to episode 27 of the Level Up Show. We are finishing off E3 this week, finally. This is our third episode in a row with E3 content. But tonight we're going to be talking about, it's kind of a big deal. You're right. Just a little bit. Probably the biggest gaming convention, especially in America. Gamescom, other ones catching up. But tonight we're going to talk about E3 2014 awards, our awards. But we're going to be taking you guys into account. We're going to have you guys call in and try and sway our opinions a little bit at the end of the show. See if maybe you can direct us towards what you feel is best of show for gaming, best new IP, best indie game, best trailer, worst game, or the biggest disappointment, those kind of things. You can all find it on the agenda. So look forward.
On the agenda.
On the agenda. It's true. Okay, what's going on, guys? We finished Game of Thrones tonight.
Yes, we did. Holy.
That was a long episode, but very good.
Holy poop.
Holy poop.
They did a lot.
That Brienne and Clegane battle was, I think, the highlight for me.
What did you call him? Clegane?
Clegane.
Sandor Clegane.
He's also called the Hound, but that's his actual name is Sandor Clegane, right?
Yeah.
You lost me.
That, God, I don't know. For me, it's always the second to last episode is like the highlight for me, just because there's so much meaty stuff that goes on. The end of the season is just tying up loose ends and gift wrapping that for the next season. So
the thing is, I don't think the 9th episode was my favorite this year, though. Actually, I did like it. It was great seeing a whole battle at the wall, and it had a lot of really cool moments,
awesome.
like the Sith like going across the wall, just disintegrating the people. But the one that really stands out for me actually is where Joffrey died.
Yeah,
that might be because it happened so early in the season when it wasn't expected, and it just completely took me by surprise. That was an episode 9 kind of episode for this season, and it happened so early. They tricked us, so that was a huge deal for me.
Gotcha.
And also another other big memorable one. I didn't like the whole episode entirely, but the end with the Hound, not the Hound, the Mountain versus the Viper is something that will stick with me for a very, very long time. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That was the most intense thing.
That was graphic, but overall, I think this might be my favorite season. No, actually, after one. One is still my favorite season, but since then, this is my favorite season.
I'm glad
Definitely. Season 4 was great.
Yeah. Jon Snow got out of that little predicament pretty quickly. I was surprised.
Yeah, he didn't get eaten.
No, he didn't.
He wanted to kill that guy, but he couldn't.
No. he had good reason not to, though. I feel.
Deus Ex Machina, just like, haha.
Yeah, that was a little kind of came out of nowhere, but still, overall, I think it really wasn't.
They allude to it a little bit earlier on.
That's true. They do, with the Melisandre kind of saying the battle is not, between the kings, it's at the wall.
But you also have the Onion Knight reading the letters, and he goes through and he's like, oh wait, they need help up here, and he's like, well, I know what we can do.
No, it definitely wasn't completely out of nowhere. That's true. Alright, I think that's it for us to talk about besides gaming, so let's get into our weekly update. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Before I read this story, I'd like to apologize to Bartolomeo for completely doubting him last week when it came to this story. Because I'm still so surprised by this. This came out of nowhere. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD has been announced for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This was a PlayStation Portable title. Like, and an old one at that. Like, this has not been around for a very long time. People have been requesting it come to America for a really long time. It didn't even come to America on PSP. It was never localized. And then when Vita came out, it's like, here we go. This is perfect. Let's get this game on the Vita, do an HD version. Still never happened. And now when they come to PS4 and Xbox One, it's getting on Vita. People are very disappointed about it. But, you know what? Well, at least we're getting it in America. I hear it's really good. People talk about it like it's kind of a return to form for Final Fantasy. And I think 15 will be that a little bit as well. But Type 0 is going to come first, from what we can tell. Let's see, we got any... no, but that's about it for Type 0. I think it was a part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis series. It was supposed to originally be called Agito, or Agito. I'm not sure how you say it exactly. But then they switched it to Type 0 because they wanted to separate it from that Fabula Nova Crystallis series because it wasn't really doing so well.
Understandable.
Understandable. But I hear it's actually really good, so look forward to that next year from what I hear. No solid release date yet.
So maybe hopefully 2015 isn't the delayed fest 2014 is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just kidding, guys.
Or
maybe you'll see it 2016.
Or there will be nothing next year. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, which would be really disappointing.
Yes. We'll get stuff next year for sure.
Speaking of releases for next year, though, We got a lot of details on Project Beast, which has been titled officially Bloodborne. It's expected to release early 2015, which is pretty fast, I think, coming from Software, just because it's a pretty small studio, relatively speaking. They don't push things out on a yearly basis. But it's also done in conjunction by SCE Japan Studio. PS Blog has been saying Bloodborne takes place in an ancient forgotten city called Yharnam, known for an old medical remedy. This already starts to sound a little bit Demon Souls-ish, with people being plagued by something.
Okay.
Over the years, many hopeless and afflicted people have made long pilgrimages to Yharnam in search for help. As the main character, you are one of these travelers. However, you find that Yharnam is also cursed with a horrible endemic illness. You must navigate the perilous streets of the city, fighting off nightmarish creatures, malformed beasts, and deranged mobs stricken with this horrific illness.
That's something you see a little bit in the trailer.
Sounds a lot like Dark Souls, and it sounds like they're doing what they know.
And we saw
really,
the
really
gameplay trailer that leaked recently, which kind of shows some of the horrific beasts a little bit. We're getting into some of that really Dark Souls-esque creature designs.
This is kind of a step back to what I think some people didn't like and was missing from Dark Souls 2. Because a lot of people felt like Dark Souls 2 stepped off of the grittiness in order to be more accessible and less off-putting in some areas.
Sure, yeah.
Bloodborne seems like they're saying, let's screw it and diving right in, wanting things to dismember and smear all over the wall. Ideally, I guess. It's a lot faster gameplay style than the typical Dark Souls, like shield, dodge, poke, and rolls kind of stuff. It's a little bit more like, oh god, why can't I think of the name? It was a really big Sony title too.
That had like a fast-paced action system.
Yeah.
Can't think of it off the top of my head. Right
Devil
now.
May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
A little bit more like Devil May Cry. Not quite as like fast-paced, whoa, action, but it's like
you can
noticeable.
Still clearly see when you watch the trailer that it is like a Dark Souls inspired by, at least. Like it's Miyazaki in there. You can feel that in there. It doesn't go too far off that path, I think. There was also a special message from Miyazaki.
Yeah, he was saying, Miyazaki had said, creating Bloodborne is a completely new game on the new PlayStation 4 hardware has allowed us to really push the envelope in a myriad of ways. That being said, in more ways than one, it also very much retains our distinct signature style, as has been at the core of our development philosophy since Demon's Soul.
Yeah.
We make true games for people who love games. Please watch for more to come on Bloodborne, and thank you very much for your support. So,
what's really cool too about Bloodborne is, you said it earlier, it's not that far away. It's supposedly early 2015. So they're thinking maybe even like spring, like April or something like that. I was expecting much later.
Yeah, I know for Dark Souls 2, Miyazaki had taken like a step back and kind of a hands-off approach to the game development. This is why, I'm guessing, is because he was focused on this new project. So
definitely. Let's see. Someone must be bashing me when it comes to first-person shooters in here already. Yes, I suck at first-person shooters. I'm sorry.
That's Mike.
I'm getting better though. You saw me earlier.
He wasn't doing too terribly.
I wasn't doing too terribly earlier. It was
never terrible.
First-person shooters, I am most often terrible when it comes to multiplayer. I'm not a very good competitive multiplayer guy.
You have a permanent fan in the room. Take it.
He's good at anything.
Thank you.
Anything that he even practices maybe for a day, an hour, he gets better at.
I'll get better at it.
Immediately.
I'm going to really try with Destiny because we're going to have our own Level Up Show clan for Destiny. Of course, Mike and I will be in there, and I think Mark might be in there as well.
Yeah, honestly, Destiny is probably going to be the game that makes me buy a PS4.
Nice. And to Shaden Cooper, we're going to be talking about No Man's Sky later, so just hold on. We're getting there. Let's finish our last story for segment 1. Shuhei Yoshida has responded on The Last Guardian's absence at E3. Mike already made a joke in the chat room about The Last Guardian not being here.
Why did your laptop just restart?
Because there was an update that needed to be installed. It should be pretty quick. But, okay, so here's what Yoshida had to say about Last Guardian. There were a difficult couple of days before the show, and we all know what he's talking about there. The rumors that it had been canceled entirely at IGN. I'm sure you noticed, is what he said. I'm so happy it was retracted before the show happened. Lots of people tweeted me they were heartbroken by that news prior to the show. People are going through this roller coaster of emotions, and it's our fault for not releasing the game yet. We owe a lot to those people, but we really don't want to release piecemeal information until we can say this is The Last Guardian, so we ask you to wait. He also confirmed once again that development is continuing on the game, saying it exists, the team is working hard on it. I was heartbroken when some article came out on some major site saying it was canceled. So all we can take from that, good news wise, is that it's still coming, guys. We just got to hold our horses. He even said that he had recently played the game, which is that's definitely great news. I wish I could see it being played, but wouldn't comment on his experience. I will say this though: when we cancel a title and it is something we have announced already, we will say so. It's a highly anticipated title. We have to do so. So trying to get out right in front of any other rumored cancellations. If the game gets canceled, they will tell us. So also good news there. That's the end of our first segment, guys. This is how we work on the show. We do 3 stories per news segment, and then we take calls. So we're going to open up the lines now on Skype for you guys to call in and talk with us about any of the stories we've already discussed. And in the meantime, we'll also go to the chat room to answer some questions. So we are currently online. Mark, I'm sure, posted in the chat room that it is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces, on Skype. And going with that, you guys don't really know who we are yet if you're new here. We are the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated video stream on every Sunday around 10:15ish, around there. Might start earlier now that Game of Thrones isn't around. Maybe on the dot at 10 o'clock, maybe. Try and get that going so we can get into this earlier. But if you guys don't know, I'm Andrew, and these are our moderators, Mark and Kristen. And they're in the chat room right now with you guys.
I'm waiting for my computer to restart.
Which shouldn't take too long. But
give Mark some more credit tonight.
Definitely. Mark is filling the seat of Mike tonight, kind of reading off some stories. We're going to be discussing some big news from E3 and then getting into awards later on with our topic of the week. But they're in the chat room, guys. This is Marked Words in the chat room, and Kristen says be nice in the chat room. So just ask them questions and they'll try and relay them to us. Mark, not so much tonight because he's busy talking.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Mike will help in the chat room as well.
Mike is. He got all the information, so he'll be copy pasting everything tonight.
Yes.
Actually, Lionhammer, I don't think any of us here watch True Blood.
Not anymore.
It does. I don't know if that's something that we're going to be competing with. Yeah, evident here. I can talk. I have a voice. It speaks. So we have had several comments of people asking us about the Playroom update. And if we're
going to get there. Let's wait until the end of the show. That's actually our final story because we really want to talk with you guys about it, and we're going to have you guys call in and give suggestions on how we can use that new update to improve the show. Definitely, guys. Another thing that you can do in the meantime before we start our next news segment is look at this sign here and maybe follow us on some of these different websites. Of course, go on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us on there. If you do that, you'll get email notifications when we go live. Then go on Twitter and follow us at TheLevelUpShow, level spelled LVL. Another one that you can go on is YouTube. Maybe you could post this in there. It's youtube.com/TheLevelUpShow. Again, level spelled LVL. We really want to try it. We haven't really pushed our YouTube so much so far, but we're going to really start putting a lot on there. All of our shows get archived on YouTube, and we're also going to be doing Let's Plays and other little mini segments.
Kristen, Kristen.
So definitely check out youtube.com/TheLevelUpShow, level spelled LVL. Facebook is another one. And then finally, Mike isn't here tonight, but he is Noob Guru on PSN and also Classy Douchebag in the chat room. And I am Andrew, DrewM1788 on PSN, so feel free to add us. And once again, call us, guys. Skype, The Level Up Show. Let's see, what do we got in here? Lionhammer, Sunday HBO, 9 p.m. shows are going to be a constant thing. Boardwalk after True Blood in the fall. The thing is, Game of Thrones is kind of the big one. So we know a lot of people in the chat room watch Game of Thrones. That's why we would wait until after it ended to get going. But we're probably going to kind of move back to 10 p.m. I think because it allows us to get more time in. First of all, we don't have to rush so much. And if you guys come in a little late, obviously that's fine as well. GFN, so the Level Up Show clan is going to be a thing because I already love Destiny. I think it's really cool too, even though I suck at it. It's still fun. It's a really great game, and we already created the clan. Mike, maybe you can put a little information on that in the chat room about our clan. I think it's just called the Level Up Clan or something like that. Mike has more information on that one.
Kristen.
Is this something that is gonna stay consistent through the alpha, beta, into the
I
the
hope
live
so.
game?
I hope so.
Because I figure if it doesn't, as soon as the game goes live, there's gonna be a lot of competition to grab that kind of a name.
Definitely.
So
yeah.
you
Welcome.
gotta be number one.
Welcome Hellboy99 Kill to the room. Thanks for watching us, man. Vantera, it's kind of freaking fun. I'm psyched for the full game. Yeah, there's a lot of content in the alpha, and I'm sure there'll be even more in the beta. So I'm really looking forward to that.
This is not being quick.
Thank you for the friend request, Ryu Chen. And we will thank anyone who friend requests us because we really appreciate it. At the end of the show and multiple times throughout the show, we will go on the PlayStation app and we will read off anyone who has added us because we want to show our appreciation for that.
We appreciate you.
I think since we're not getting any calls, I will move on to the second segment.
The dude on the left is shady, just my opinion.
It's got to be the beanie, right?
It's the beard,
It's
probably.
and the beard. Don't forget the beard.
Is that
At
a
least it's
boob?
not a mustache.
Is that a boob? What's that for?
That is my bachelor party boob. It's just it's special to me. Her name is Breasty the Booby Ball.
You can't see my underwear.
Vantera was talking
Yeah,
about
don't even
Frontline
listen to stuff like that.
apparently.
No, you can't see it. I'm just saying you can't see it.
Also, thank you to Lightning McLean. That's an awesome name. Lightning McLean. You have requested us on, or actually hearted us on Twitch. Thank you so much. Oh, Kristen, look at the number. We are past 100. Thank you so much, guys.
Actually, I do have underwear on. Just FYI.
FYI.
BT
Not that
dubs.
it's important.
So, Mass Effect. People were expecting a little more information on Mass Effect out of E3. We got kind of showing it's in development, but way away from being complete. But they did have to say that Mass Effect will reference the original trilogy, but will remain separate as well.
Bye, Jody Slaysell.
See ya, Jody Slazall. So BioWare boss Aaron Flynn had this to say: I can't get into that too much. We've got a really cool idea for how we're going to carry on, keep the trilogy separate, but at the same time give a bunch of nods to fans who enjoyed the trilogy in the past. Definitely returning races. It wouldn't be a Mass Effect game without the Krogans. We showed a Krogan today. However, Flynn also said that Shepard will not be in the game in any way. They're moving past that. More to come soon, he says. So, Gamescom?
Hopefully, ideally Gamescom. I know that there's a ton of Mass Effect fans.
Yeah. Oh
and
God, yeah.
Huge IP. I heard a lot of bad things about the ending to the third one,
Mhm.
so we'll see if BioWare can kind of redeem themselves a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of backlash to basically the multiple choice ending
Yeah.
instead of earning your way through.
Yeah, I've heard many things about that. I never played the trilogy, but I'm excited to maybe get into it if they reboot it or start something fresh with it.
Mhm.
As long as I can get in without feeling like I missed out on everything. It sounds like they're going for that,
Yeah.
so that's good. But
Yeah,
Destiny
they're gonna have to.
kind of reminds me of Mass Effect a little bit.
Why are you doing
We are throwing Bogey out the window. Child abuse, or no, it's not child abuse. Kind of our child.
Go potty.
More animal abuse.
It's not animal abuse.
We're in the basement, guys, so we did not just throw Bogey out the window. He is going to the bathroom outside. But yeah, I was going to say, Destiny kind of reminds me of Mass Effect a little
He's
bit.
right on the window.
Yeah.
Just because of,
To finish up for the win.
I don't know, I guess it's the traveling
That's the
between
way-
Here he
planets.
comes.
Oh! Nice jump there. Do we have Dave in the room? Yes, we do.
Yes,
Noble Metal
Dave
Gamer.
just came in.
FemShep for the win. Yeah, I know a lot of people really got attached to the female version of Shepard. So go ahead, next story.
So next story, something for all you sports junkies out there, because I know we get a few of them every night. EA Sports Rex Dixon challenges 2K Games. I saw this video. He literally calls them out and tells them to go after the NFL license so that 2K can compete against me. He says, literally, come at me, bro. Wow, you couldn't be any more
2K should just start
Yeah.
tasing him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't tase me, bro!
Yeah,
Don't
a little
tase
bit.
me!
So basically, as we know, the license for the NFL comes available every few years.
Yes.
It's not on a set schedule. It's whenever the previous contract ends. The contract ends this year, so we'll see. 2K Games has a chance to buy in
Yeah.
and develop a new game, and this is something a lot of sports fans love. Madden still hasn't lived up to the hype I think 2K5 put out for the NFL.
2K5, the way back, 2K5, yeah.
Yeah, because it had a bunch of features in there. We'll see what this means. I do know that the the senior vice president of external affairs for the NFL Players Association. That's a really long title.
Yeah, that is a long title.
Has already come out and said online on Reddit that the current deal with EA and Madden works for the Players Association.
Mm-hmm.
But the Players Association and the league are two separate licenses.
Okay.
So 2K Games can still make potentially an NFL game. They just can't have any players from the NFL in there. So
I kind of doubt too that if it were to come to it and NFL 2K went after the NFL license, I doubt EA would be like, oh, there you go, take it. We'll still be okay without it. That's not going to happen. They're going to, maybe he's just inviting them into like a bidding war. It's like, go for it. Like, we'll outbid you every time kind of thing.
probably
It's like,
with EA's muscle behind it, which is a real shame because there's no competition.
yeah.
Players who like the NFL and like football have no choices. There's no variety. You
And
can't say, well, I'm going to leave this franchise. Like, we have an abundance of first-person shooters.
Yep.
Even more so now.
No competition leads to no growth. It's a,
And that's apparently what the problem is with with Madden for a lot of people. There's zero growth in the game. So
Andrew,
we'll see what
Yes.
happens.
just for fun, you can't see underwear.
no. They're going to keep saying that though, so you should probably stop acknowledging
I
it.
know, but I'm just saying you can't see it.
I'll
Yeah.
show my underwear.
You can't
guys wanna
see
see
it.
that?
Like, it's summer, it's called a dress, who cares?
Yeah. All dice, son.
Racers.com. Thank you, Fallen Angel, for giving people an out.
Yeah, there you go. We're now an official sponsor of Brazzers.com. Or Brazzers is official sponsor of us. Let's go the other way around with that.
Let's go with Wawa. Wawa's always a good sponsor.
Yeah, Wawa was good too. And Seagram's.
Wawa.
Where's that gay poodle at?
Oh no, you did not! Did that just happen? How dare you? That is our child.
Trassler, you are on my hit list. You don't
not.
make fun of someone's dog.
Never. That is a no-no. Alright, let's move on to our last story in segment 2. Little Big Planet 3 was announced at E3 2014 at Sony's conference very early, but very big
I
surprise.
was not expecting that.
No, I didn't either. But what a lot of people don't know is that it is not PS4 exclusive. It's coming to both PS3 and PS4. So my theory on this is a Little Big Planet hub that was shown off last year as kind of like another, like a not really like a full Little Big Planet game, became this. They took that team, they added some more people onto it, and they were like, you know what? Port this over to PS4. We'll add in some 1080p. You know, get some 1080p's in there. You know, get some 60 frames per second in there, and then put some high resolution textures in there, and call it a day. So Sumo Digital, I think, was just tasked with kind of feature, like kind of padding the game out a little bit, getting it into that state where it could be called Little Big Planet 3, ported to PS4. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not against that because of this. Now that it was a PS3 title coming to PS4, this is why we can play Little Big Planet 1 and Little Big Planet 2 levels on the PS4 version. So it's an enormous 8 million levels at launch that you have access to. I think that's pretty cool.
Holy crap.
We'll get a Little Big Planet PS4 eventually. It'll come. Maybe it'll be like I said before, Little Big Universe or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how, that seems to be the way a lot of games are going now anyways, the whole...
First one's cross-gen, get that huge population of people on both PS3 and PS4, and then move on later on.
Because, honestly, converting players to your new consoles is the big thing, or actually off of your old ones is the really, really difficult thing to do for any franchise.
Kristen, look what number we're at.
224.
If we... Whoa. That was not a good one.
Whoops.
But if we get to 250, of course I will do Pterodactyl Andrew,
That's
as I always do.
prepubescent. Guess what? Tassler apologized.
Oh,
Also,
so sweet.
Thank you, Colpster. 858. He says he loves the show.
Oh, thank you so much. We love you. We love all of our viewers, and we really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys aren't following us yet and you'd like to continue watching the show in later weeks, we're the Level Up Show, and we're on every Sunday around 10:15 Eastern Time. If you'd like to keep track of us, please go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show and heart us. That way you get email notifications when we go live. Add us on Twitter. Right there. Add us on Facebook, also on the sign. Mike and I are on PSN. I am Andrew, Drew M1788. Mike is in the chat room. He's classy douchebag, and he's Noob Guru. And finally, we really want to push our YouTube channel, guys. Mark just posted it in the chat room. It's youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Please subscribe there because we're going to be putting a whole ton of content on there going forward. We got all of our archived Twitch shows on there, and we're going to have Let's Plays, and we're going to have video reviews eventually, video previews, and maybe even some kind of special content, like segments, things that are out of the norm even, coming in the future.
Things that can't really go up on Twitch.
Yes, exactly. So something that we've kind of done on the side and edited and kind of made into a production of sorts.
Pretty much.
We've got a lot of plans, guys.
Yeah, I just want to say really quickly, I know we're getting a lot of conversation about other games that may not be what we're talking about specifically today, but we have an entire section at the end to go over what you guys liked, what you saw, what you didn't like, all your thoughts. We want to get them.
Andrew, what is my point? Someone wants to know if I'm just supposed to sit here and spin.
No. She's a moderator, first of all.
She's in the chat.
She relays some questions from you guys to me. And also, she has her own little segment later on called On the Spot, which we'll get to. So, yes.
It's your spin.
No, it was supposed to be yours.
You know what? It's up to you guys. You guys can hash this out.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, if I think of something good, then I'll paper, scissor you.
All right. Paper, scissor you. That did not sound good. All right. But we're going to move on to our caller segment number 2, guys. I'm turning on Skype right now. It's the level... Exactly how it sounds, actually. I was got confused there. It's the Level Up Show, as Mark is posting it right now in the chat room. Add us on Skype and call us up. Thank you for the friend request, Sparty Jim. We really appreciate it. And anyone else who wants to friend request us, please do.
Yeah,
we're gonna another one. Assassin's Zero. I'm not gonna try and say that how it's spelled because that's crazy. But thank you for the friend request.
Yeah. So, any questions or comments you guys got about Mass Effect, EA Sports? If you want to talk about, if you're a big Madden fan, and you have an opinion, let us know because neither of us play Madden. So, getting an opinion
Madden
of like what you guys want to say.
Also, thank you for all the compliments to my wife.
Little Big Planet too.
There's actually not. There's some compliments, but some mean.
I'm seeing some. She's beautiful stuff like that.
Arrow.
Yeah, Glass Arrow liked one of our activities.
Thank you to Rip Crusher. He likes my hair. Someone wants to know your opinion of Destiny Alpha.
I've been playing it, and I suck. I'll get that out in front right now. You can watch the video of me sucking.
He killed people.
I did kill people. Thank you, Asante, for the friend request. But, you know, I'm always below 1 kill-death ratio. That's where you kind of need to gauge your success, I guess. And since I'm always around like a 0.8, that's not very good. I need to get above 1.
It just came out.
It just came out. I'll get better. I'll get better.
Plenty of time. It's the alpha. Your stats won't.
I learned about alpha and beta.
So Super Nintendo Chalmers is asking about the Bloodborne leaked gameplay trailer. I did watch that. It looks really solid. It's like I mentioned during the Bloodborne segment. It's a lot faster paced than Demon Souls or either of the Dark Souls. We'll see. It was a lot more reminiscent of Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
You get a lot of running, a lot of slashing. It is really dark and gritty.
Oh yes, I was disturbed by the trailer. To be honest with you, Sony's conference. I said this multiple times.
That felt par for the course.
That was brutal, man. When he like pulls the thing out, and you see like the kind of the sinew and stuff, like the muscles ripping, and then like he just like slams it into one guy's head. I was like, wow, this is really really grotesque.
Yeah.
And the monster designs, the dogs, everything looked grotesque. The whole entire conference, I was like, Let It Die, and even Uncharted's vibe. And everything about Sony's conference, I was like, this is dark. This is a dark conference.
2015 year, grim dark.
Like
it's gonna be 2015.
Nintendo's the only conference that we got 5 minutes into without a beheading and like a whole bunch of just body dismemberment. So kudos to Nintendo on staying family friendly. I kind of enjoyed that a little bit.
That's Nintendo.
Also,
Nintendo.
Max and J-Dog, thank you for your friend request. And I just realized, I'm looking at my email, we got Twitch ads from Bacalov Crow, Super Nintendo Charmers, That Guy 11223, and 969, and even Assassin Zero. Thank you all of you for your Twitch ads. That's so important to us. We really want to have you guys heart us so you can keep track of the show. We want to keep you guys watching.
Bacalov Crow.
Sweet.
Said anyone noticed the nipple by the laptop? No, we don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Super Nintendo. Totally. If you want to call in later and talk, or hell, if you want to call in right now with Skype,
we're live.
Chat with us. I posted it earlier. If you like Bloodborne, if you want to talk about anything else, we got segments later. So chat with us about it. We want your opinions.
We're still live, guys, on Skype. It is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds with no spaces. You're welcome to call us right now.
Totally. Jim Bean. Yeah, we'll be talking about Uncharted 4 in just a second. So we'll see what happens.
Are you a good cook, Kristen? This is from Trasler, who I thought was my enemy, but has now befriended me.
Oh God. All right. So what do you think? Are you a good cook, or is that for me to say?
No, I'm not, because I don't cook. Because I'm
You
always
cook. It's just like pre-made stuff that you just heat up.
Well, do you want to know what I made for dinner the other night?
What did
do
you
want to
make?
tell them?
You made a what? Which? Oh, okay. Yes, I do remember. This is how Krista makes a pizza. She takes 2 loaves of bread, and then she takes some mozzarella cheese, and then just dumps some sauce on it, and then throws it in the microwave. That is a Kristen pizza.
No.
Oh, forgot oregano. You got to dump oregano on it. That's like her
Because it's
thing.
quick. I come home at 12:30, and
Yeah.
I just want it to be quick.
No,
Just
totally,
who cares?
totally.
Just shove it in your face, and you live from it. It's food.
Xmort3X, I want to tell everyone this. We're going to be talking about a whole ton of games later because this is Best of E3 Awards tonight, guys. We're going to be getting to all the games shown off at E3, and we're going to try and maybe debate a little bit what we think won certain awards, and we're going to allow you guys to come in and persuade us a little bit. We are now at 253.
Okay. Oh God.
You should
real
hire
quick before he
300.
does this. If you don't have Skype, download it, add us on Skype so you can easily chat with us later.
Wait, can I?
Yes. Okay.
That was a quick one.
Sorry.
That's what we
Sorry
do
for this.
when we reach 250.
That's what we do when we reach 250. It's not my fault. People say I need to do Pterodactyl Andrew.
It's Pterodactyl Andrew.
I'm sorry.
So Maul87 was saying that he likes the dark tone and he doesn't want all PG games.
But that's
Just like he
fine.
doesn't want PG super.
I just
No,
they
that's
needed
great.
a little bit more Little Big Planet kind of games.
Little Big Planet was a really great breather.
Yes,
in
it
there.
was.
It really like.
They
Yeah.
needed one more. They needed one more thing towards the end to kind of pad it. Arkham Knight is not too dark, but still, I think if they had something like, I can't think off the top of my head.
Batman isn't dark?
Yeah. Maybe,
Right.
you know what, they had a little Ratchet and Clank, but that was during that whole boring segment. So, you know, that kind of brought down
Well, because the
tone
Ratchet
there.
and Clank thing was a movie.
Yeah, well, no, that is like a stealth announcement. So many people didn't realize there's a Ratchet and Clank PS4 coming, and it's a remake of the first Ratchet and Clank, but it's full like redone on PS4, like not just
okay,
like
so it's not just
up-resed or anything like that. They're completely redeveloping the game, and it's not some crazy like offshoot studio. It is Insomniac Games. They are making Ratchet and Clank Redux on PS4, so you guys have a Ratchet and Clank game to look forward to. It's not just a like up-res or something.
You scared the crow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it because I was a pterodactyl?
You said
Crows don't like
you scared
pterodactyls?
the hell out of me, Drew.
I'm sorry. It was really loud. I went loud this week. I had to.
Uh,
All right, no one's calling.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. But we're going to move on to our next segment. We'll shut off the lines for now. But before I move on,
Hey, Tops Dogs.
for the next caller segment, guys, add us on Skype, the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Mark is typing it in the chat room at some point probably. So add us now, and then when the next caller segment starts, you can call us. Let me hide some of these pillows because Boogie loves to sit on them.
People think he's crapping on the couch, but he's actually not.
No, he's not.
He wasn't humping the blanket either. He was forming it into a ball.
he likes to dig through things.
Yeah.
And he likes to lay on top of the blanket. Look, he's not humping it.
He's just getting it into position.
How
That's
bunchy
all.
ball.
All right, guys. A lot of people excited
Yes.
about Uncharted 4.
Well, real quick,
Sorry.
we keep getting this question. Yes, GTA 5 is coming to the PS4.
How are we still getting this
I don't know
question?
why we're still- I don't
We've
know
been
why we're
talking
still-
about this for 6 months, and finally we get official confirmation that it's coming
to the PS4.
at the biggest gaming convention in the world, and still we get the question. Guys, last time saying it, I will not respond to this question one more time. GTA 5 is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC this fall.
Yes, we're gonna talk about it.
Yes. So, awesome news. I agree. All right, so a lot of people excited about Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. And story details came out after the show, after that amazing trailer that was shown off that is confirmed to be real time, by the way. So several years after his last adventure, retired fortune hunter Nathan Drake, also known as Drake Fortune, is forced back into the world of thieves. With the stakes much more personal, Drake embarks on a globe-trotting journey in pursuit of a historical conspiracy behind a fabled pirate treasure. His greatest adventure will test his physical limits, his resolve, and ultimately what he's willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loves. Sorry.
So extreme.
Yes. That last part there is what I'm most interested in.
Yeah.
Because you can tell by the trailer that he's a little older.
Yes.
Got a little bit of gray hair, looks a little beaten down.
Looks a little bit like Nathan Fillion.
Yes, a little bit like Nathan Fillion, a little bit Harrison Ford towards the end, maybe Crystal Skull. But still looks good.
I don't think
Still
he's
looks
that
good.
old.
Can I say something?
Not that old.
Devastator
Like
666. We're not ignoring you. We are in the chat room with you.
Yes, these two are in the chat room with you. They're talking with you right now.
Kristen says be nice and marked words.
marked words.
So
And
we're not
classy
ignoring
douchebag.
you. If you have a question, just ask.
So, what brings him out of this retirement that could have maybe lasted 10 years? It sounds like something that is going to willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loved. Is Elena kidnapped? He still had his wedding ring on.
Yeah.
If you guys realized, he still had his wedding ring on. So he's married to Elena. Does he have a child? Were both of them taken? What's going on here? Who's he saving?
Maybe the marriage fell apart and he's just in love with a pile of gold and
Maybe.
somebody stole that from him. Who
Maybe
knows?
Chloe came back and he had an
Probably.
affair. I don't know. Who knows?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. I'm an Elena. I'm Team Elena. Team Elena. Speaking of that, what team are you guys? I'd love to know this.
I hate the team thing.
Team Elena or Team Chloe? Or Team New Model? Whoever's going to be the new model in Uncharted 4. So I hope there's not one. But on top of that, was there any news out of this? Let's see. No, that's it. That's it for Uncharted 4, Thief's End.
Well, didn't they say that this was the trailer had been rendered in engine?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on because I've got a lot of information on that from Eurogamer and Naughty Dog themselves. So we'll
Okay.
get to that a little later.
Okay, so right now though, Xbox Ones, the new $399 price, they're supposedly flying off the shelves at GameStop. Senior Vice President, just like that, Senior Vice President of Merchandising, Bob Posen, is saying they went on sale in GameStop yesterday. These things started flying off the shelves. It's a huge win and a huge opportunity for us. Although the $399 Xbox One might be the new hot item, Posen pointed out that the $499 standard Xbox One is still very vibrant for GameStop. Obviously, I think this is just VP talk for, hey, we still have this other thing on the shelves. Just don't stop buying it, please.
The Kinect is still a thing. Don't neglect it.
Although, that still seems kind of dumb because they're not going to support it anymore.
It's very disappointing. We even had a few game announcements at E3 for Kinect, something like Shape Up at Ubisoft's conference, which is entirely dedicated to Kinect. It's a little disappointing for people like that because they've probably been developing this game for a year. They had no idea this is coming, so a little sad on their part.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but hey, what are you going to do about it, I
Maybe
guess?
at some point they rebundle it when costs come down. I don't know.
You
Even though it is it's still bundled. That's the thing. It's still bundled. It's just $100 more. I don't know what they do about it, to be honest.
It's a sticky situation. Just because you gotta.
It's a sticky situation.
Yeah, it's a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, like, you're not gonna have demand for it if your developers aren't making games for it, and your developers won't make games for it unless like people are buying it. So you're gonna have to like do something somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Along the lines.
Now, Xbox One has not won a single NPD since the launch of both of them. So is this it? June NPD? Is this going to be finally Xbox One winning NPD?
Hey guys, this is our month. We can take it.
I think they will, to be honest with you. They had a really great E3, and on top of this news. So I do think they will take June, but I think it'll still be tight, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be like a blowout or anything like that.
Totally.
So looking forward to that for sure. So guys, we talked about this last week a little bit. Vantera, Joey called in about the controversy. Was Link in the Legend of Zelda Wii U trailer? Was that Link? Who was that? Now, Aonuma, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Aonuma, I'm not sure how to say his name, to be honest.
Aonuma.
But, he's one of the big minds behind Zelda. He said no one explicitly said that was Link. Now, that just started a huge debate. It's like, so who is this? Is it a girl? Is it Zelda? Is it a female version of Link? So this went crazy on the internet, of course, on NeoGAF and stuff like that. So then he had to come out and say something. And it turned out he retracted his statement. He said, actually, that comment I made jokingly. It's not that I said it wasn't Link. It's that I never said it was Link. Whatever that means. This is the dumbest thing. It seems like it has kind of taken off where people are saying, oh, it's a female character, and it just kind of grew. But my intent in saying that was humor. You have to show Link when you create a trailer for a Zelda announcement. What do we believe? He did also say at one point in his quote, he said he. So it seems like he's implying it's a male Link, but I don't know if I trust him.
I think people are reaching. I think a lot of people are reaching, and then it's like, everybody wants something to be new with Zelda and Link in particular. It's like, give us something different. And it's like, oh, well, we might have this chance. But if you look at, I had shown the picture before, like Twilight Princess, the Link from Twilight Princess before he gets his Kokiri outfit on, the tunic. he kind of looks a little effeminate.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yes.
a lot of
He's
these
always
guys-
been an effeminate character. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, why did they hide his face? Why was it such like a mystery who this person on the horse was? That's
fake,
much.
fake drama.
Yeah, I guess. Is it just a fake out? I don't know. That's the one thing that's kind of confusing me.
They're just trying to, I don't know, be BFE. No.
BFE.
Yeah. I know we have a lot of people talking about No Man's Sky in the chat right now.
We're getting there, I think.
We will get up to that later on. So
I'm so happy
Yes.
that people are excited about it.
I know.
Because it
Me
looks
too.
great. I agree. It does look great, guys. Let me thank some people, though, real quick.
It reminds me of something, though.
Ooh, okay. We'll talk
I
about that
wish I
later, I
could
guess.
speak more.
Okay, just hold on. Oh, you know, you can speak right now. Read off our friend requests.
Anarchy J, Asante 411, Assassin 0, Dodgy Dave 83,
That's a really nice comment here.
J Dog 1316, Kill You, Max H2O, Ray Ray 210, Roy Chin, and Sparty Jim.
Thank you guys for your friend request as read by Kristen says be nice.
Thank you.
I think you said there was a good comment in the chat room.
Yeah, we actually have like some really great
I'm
comments.
also gonna-
Bye, Black Widow
Bye, Black Widow. I'm also
Thank you for
going
tuning in.
to turn Skype back
Mike?
on.
Okay.
is doing something for Father's Day, but he's in the chat.
He is in chat, known as Classy Douchebags.
Skype us to chat also. We got a couple different things. One, Mall87 has a comment about the dark tones, and he's like, 62% of all gamers are adults apparently.
Okay.
Average
Meaning
age
above 18, I imagine.
Average age of players is 30, and 68% are above 18 and older. So it's really not. He has a good point. It's really not surprising at all.
Okay, but are you telling me
these are global stats?
But okay, let's look at Nintendo's conference. Why am I seeing so much excitement behind Yoshi's game, Toad's game,
Nostalgia.
Mario Maker? Nostalgia's part of it, but there is.
Big nostalgia.
I love animation and
Mhm.
color and cartoony graphics and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to have that in between.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not going to say that like once you hit 18, you're suddenly like I'm past that. I'm too cool for.
I'm so angsty.
I think Mario Maker just brought a ton of excitement at E3 this
Yeah.
year.
It's backwards,
that is
but
backwards.
someone wanted to
It's
know.
all good.
Let's see if you can
I
read
posted it in the
backwards.
chat.
Yes.
Also, Super Nintendo Chalmers, this guy's killing it tonight.
Good questions.
Is asking, have we talked about Kingdoms Under Fire 2 and PlanetSide 2? He's saying they're both really solid free-to-play games, and his question that I really liked is the free-to-play stigma too strong to most console users? Is free-to-play, like, do we feel like we have to buy a game in order to get a quality experience?
I don't.
Or is free-to-play a service that is undervalued and should be more popular than it is, specifically with console users?
We're going to have that answer this generation for sure. Because you saw at Sony's conference, they're making a big deal out of free-to-play. Deep
Yeah.
Down is one of them. There's a few other big ones as well.
I think they showed PlanetSide 2 as some of the footage
Exactly.
on there because
So
it's coming.
we're going to see, guys, and we're going to be the ones who dictate where this goes moving forward. We have to speak with our dollar. Like, when it comes to microtransactions and the economy in these games, if it's something that is abusing us in any way, something that doesn't seem fair,
Yeah.
do not go for it. Like
Yeah.
we need to tell developers the right way to do free to play, and it'll become exactly what it should be. There's always going to be a place for $60 titles, $30, $20, $10. Free to play is just another avenue for
Yeah.
them to take. So I don't see anything wrong with it. But yes, Ventura screw microtransactions. Most often microtransactions are done in a kind of shady, seedy way. I
Yeah.
agree.
One thing though is apparently like you do see some longevity with free-to-play genres.
Yeah.
Lionhammer is mentioning DC Online still has a lot of users on it,
Yeah.
and I know like that was an original. I think you originally paid for that, but they went free-to-play.
That happens often, yeah.
And hey, people pick these things up because let's be honest, if it's a crappy game to pay, it might be worth nothing. So download it for free. Dick around. There's no cost. There's no downside if you have an hour to kill and you want to check it out. Thank you, Kazan0748.
And also AB Skate. I saw that. And a shout out to Dean. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
I need to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was I supposed to say?
You have the worst memory.
No, apps. The guy you just had, yeah.
AB Skate.
AB Skater. He wanted me to tell you that he liked your avatar.
Oh, thank you.
Your the Ellie avatar.
Hey, Derek. How you doing, man?
Good. Do I sound like I'm from the great beyond this time?
Not really, no.
No, you're
Okay,
you're
thank God,
coming
thank
through loud
God.
and clear.
Go ahead, Derek. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Welcome.
Well, I kind of wanted to champion on the whole free-to-play microtransactions tidbit.
We'd love to hear that, man. Go ahead.
Kind of looking at it both ways. With Microsoft, with their 2 exclusives that came out at the beginning of the cycle, Rise and Forza, many gamers did not like that. Even Adam Sessler, when he was at Red Free Games, said there was no point for Rise to have one at all. And made a very compelling argument, which I totally forget, but highly recommend if anybody has the time to look on one of his old something. But kind of looking on the opposite side of it, EA's game, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, I think it was.
Yeah, which is actually coming to PS4 now, as well as Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it already came out on Xbox One.
Yeah,
but,
Xbox One. I'm saying, I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did say it's coming to PS4 now as well.
Yeah, they did the whole Fly Cooper thing, which was truly amazing.
Oh, okay. Now, is that also have a lot of free-to-play model to it?
No, but that does have the whole microtransaction bit, and people actually think that one's kind of fair.
Okay.
My guess is probably because I think it was PopCap, the makers of it, has more experience with it, so...
They do, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and what they were able to do with it, sorry for cutting you off, was most of their game revenue didn't come from people buying the game, but actually from the microtransactions.
Yeah.
Which I found to be very, very compelling.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that they do microtransactions, and that's because it works for them. And the thing is, I don't think we're trying to say that microtransactions are the devil. I think there is a right way to do it, and there are plenty of games that have done pretty cool things with microtransactions. I have heard you are correct that Plants vs. Zombies is a pretty good example of that. And it's all about, as I said earlier, us voting or speaking with our dollar, and we'll probably see more games like Plants vs. Zombies where it's used in a way that's compelling and interesting and not kind of abusing us, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you for your time and everything tonight.
Thanks so much for calling in, Derek.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Damn, I was going to say something and I kind of forget. My microtransactions are the devil. I hear that voice in like the water boy accent. Microtransactions are the devil.
What do we do when we get to 300?
We already did hit 300. I don't know.
We wait for 350.
Do we?
What will Andrew do at 350?
Guys, I will give you the chance to tell me what I'm going to do at 350. Let's try and keep it appropriate, though,
I wanted to
please.
see under Mark's beanie.
That'll never happen.
The beanie won't allow that.
That's just impossible. It has a mind of its own. Sorry. Did we get any friend requests there? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Because I'm really surprised. I just saw my email. We've got so many Twitch hearts tonight, guys.
Beast.
Thanks so much to A10 Pilot.
Thanks, Beast, New Jersey.
Okay, yeah, you can read these off. All of our Twitch ads there. Could you read those?
Wowzers. You guys have been busy. A10 Pilot, Sidon 5, Boxy Brown, Halo Union, Jason 916, Da Theater 394, Asante 411, That Guy 11223, Ez Random, MVP Killer 1, Black Nips, Baklava Crow, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Chambers?
Chalmers, no Chalmers.
Chalmers.
It's weird
Okay.
because there's an L
Amp
there.
969,
He's like,
Assassin
"I'm killing
Zero,
him."
Sam Sumzo, 6513, Lightning McLean.
Okay. Those are all Twitch ads tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We never get that many Twitch hearts. We're really happy about that.
Hello, Solic Treese.
Also, thank you to Budman for your friend request. Guys, if you haven't added us on Twitch yet, hearted us, go on there, twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us. If you do that, you'll get email notifications whenever we go live, which is Sundays at 10:15-ish Eastern Time. So please look forward to that. Every single week we're on. And also add us on all the other different websites here.
At 350, I think you should get up in front of the camera and do Snake Andrew.
Oh, no.
Snake Andrew's the thing?
There is a Snake Andrew. I have a lot of different Andrews that I do. There's a Snake Andrew, there's Camel Andrew, there's Horse Andrew, there's Pterodactyl Andrew.
Let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. I agree. But thank you so much, guys, for coming into the room. I'm going to shut off the line for now because we're going to move on to our fourth news segment of the week. starting again with some Uncharted news. You talked about this a little earlier. Thank you, Phelan, Winter Sun, for your Twitch heart.
look, Bartolomeo's in here.
Bartolomeo, we already talked about Type 0 HD, and I apologize to you once again. I'm so sorry for doubting you on that. That was really terrible of me.
Yeah.
I really do feel bad about that. Okay, so moving on. Uncharted 4's revealed trailer. People watch that and they're like, hell no. There is no freaking way that it's in-game. Well,
I
guys,
can't believe it.
never doubt the naughty gods.
Habib it.
Because they have already come out and said multiple times that is entirely in-game. Eurogamer also talked about it. We've studied the video in a little more depth and have concluded that it's running natively at 1080p resolution as opposed to being rendered at a very high resolution then scaled down, a process known as supersampling. Small clipping anomalies, a touch of specular aliasing on Nate's shirt as he sits up, along with some shadow aliasing on his forehead also suggests a real-time render. On the face of it, we're still looking at some pretty incredible anti-aliasing here for a real-time technique on a game running at 60 frames per second, particularly when it comes to the perfect artifact-free rendering of Nate's hair, but the combination of low contrast settings, slow camera movement, motion blur, and depth of field would work well generally in making aliasing much less of an issue.
We're at almost 340. You might have to be a snake.
We don't know that yet. What? What's happening? Stop it. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay. So Naughty Dog had to respond to this, obviously.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of talk here. So they came out and said all footage you see in the trailer was captured completely on in-engine. That's Nathan Drake rendered in 1080p full glory using the power of PS4 engine. All footage you see in the trailer was captured completely in-engine. We're targeting 60 frames per second. And as you can see, the visual fidelity for our character models will reach new heights. In fact, thanks to the power of the PS4, right now, Drake's Uncharted 4 model is over double the polygons of Joel from The Last of Us PS3. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's intense. Well, I don't know how they can keep that at 60 frames per
They're
second.
magicians. They're wizards.
They are.
What is this? Is this
A
thing,
wizard from the moon.
Is this thing gonna have like just really small like rendering? Like, what's the draw distance gonna be? I
No.
don't know. Like, I get it. The PS4 and yeah, this is only coming to PS4, right?
This is only coming to PS4.
I get it. The PS4, great freaking hardware, incredible. How are they going to pull that off?
I don't know.
Like these are stats that I would expect like 3 years after release for the console, because it usually takes developers sometimes to get everything figured out and tweaked and just right.
And this is coming out next year. They confirmed that, supposedly. We could always get delayed. I was doing the, what's it called?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's from House of Cards.
Oh, the 2 taps. Yeah.
The 2 tap, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. What's his name on that show?
Frank something.
Frank Underwood.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm getting off topic.
Are you talking about the show?
House of Cards, yeah.
2015, and they're pulling that shit.
They're pulling crazy shit, man.
Oh,
But the
man.
best part of this, and something people didn't even
Colbster.
realize, even after all this
See you,
news here,
Colbster. Thanks for coming by.
see you, Colbster. Thank you so much, man. With this being rendered in-engine, the thing about PS3, Uncharted, Last of Us, the cinematics in those games, they were rendered on the PS4, but they had a lot of post-processing afterwards. They would do lighting stuff afterwards, and that's why it was considered a cutscene. They would put it on there as like an MP4 or something, and when you were playing the game, you would see a quick black screen, and then it would play the video, and that's why the cutscenes in PS3 games for Naughty Dog look better than the actual game. This is running in-engine. There is no like post-processing or anything like that. When you're playing the game, you're not going to have this black screen going to a video. It's going to literally move right into that seamlessly. Supposedly, they're saying that you could have taken control of Nathan Drake there. Like that was a real-time cutscene to the point where they could have went behind his back and you just start controlling.
I wish
I want to believe.
I wish they see. I would have freaked out, not freaked out, but I just would have been like so impressed if they had done that at the conference.
I know.
Where it walks up, he's walking, like he starts moving forward, and then the camera pans behind him, and then it takes over, and you get like a minute of gameplay, and then that would have been like mind blowing,
blown minds.
And everybody that would have stolen the show right
Easily.
there.
It already kind of did. It's just, especially afterwards.
We're learning after the fact though,
Yeah.
and they missed the opportunity.
I know, but
Show don't tell.
They did put at the beginning of the trailer that everything in this is captured in-engine on PS4. But, you know, everyone's going to doubt that. Yeah, no one's going to believe it. All right, you know what? That was a long story, so let's go to the chat for a second here.
Yeah.
Kenny Powers thinks Uncharted 4 sucks. Warlock 6. They did that with Uncharted 2, right? Uncharted 2 was CGI cutscenes. Well, not CGI. They were in-engine cutscenes, but they were post-processed and all that kind of stuff. They were then loaded onto the disc as like MP4s or something. That is not what this is. This is completely different and much, much more impressive.
Yeah. So a couple quick shout-outs. Fast Pacman's asking for a shout-out for Winnipeg, Canada.
Winnipeg!
Yo, Winnipeg.
I have 2 more.
I'm so sorry about the Jets.
Aw. Halo Chick. Hey, hey, hey!
Wait, I have 2 more shout-outs.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had... Well, did you want to get them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Gruen77 and Overlord, who is adding us on Twitch.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Oh, somebody's asking for our Skype. I'm posting that in the chat
Oh,
right
let's
now.
make our Skype.
Whoa.
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 So,
Yeah, viewer drop. No snake hands.
Alright, so we're still getting a ton of
You
people
guys,
asking about No
you
Man's
dropped the
Sky.
ball.
We're going to talk about No Man's Sky
There's
later.
so many people excited for No Man's Sky. Should we just jump to it now?
Is it going to be like...
All right, guys.
I'll save my comment for No Man's Sky.
Hello,
until,
you.
Okay, we don't have-
You almost got me.
We don't have any news stories on No Man's Sky, so I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Let's talk about No Man's Sky a little bit. First of all, wonderful presentation by the guy from Hello Games. Really heartfelt, really humble, and respectful, showing a lot of respect to the crowd, who are then showing respect for them and admiration for this small team of 3 people coming out on this show and showing a game that is, quite frankly, mind-blowing from such a small team. A procedurally generated game, entire universe, wildlife, animals, everything. Every single freaking person that loads into this game gets their own planet, and then other planets to discover with your buddies. It's pretty immersive and expansive and infinite and
it's holy crap.
It's holy crap. It really is holy crap.
There was a lot at this E3 that I'm just saying, wow, is this a thing that they're doing? But
This is the future.
it's my only worry, because I'm a pessimist at heart, and I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I am too, I will be honest,
always
yeah.
use
Shout
that.
out to Alex in Baltimore.
I don't want to see it become the next Spore.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because you remember Spore.
I do.
Everything about Spore was like, this is going to be the greatest game ever.
This is amazing.
And then it came out.
Yeah. Oh my god, we just had somebody
And then it
named
was so
IGN
sad.
Russia follow us on Twitch. That is an awesome name, IGN
Why?
Russia.
Oh,
Because IGN Russia was
hard.
supposedly the ones that leaked The Last Guardian being canceled. When they released that IGN story, they kept blaming it on IGN Russia. Oh, that was IGN Russia. They told us that. No, it's not us. That's IGN Russia. They were like throwing them under the bus. But I don't even know who IGN Russia is, if they even exist.
Yeah.
But another bunch of requests too. K-Thanks by King J96. Sorry, these are our Twitch hearts.
Thanks by King J96, graded 1337, Tactical Jackal, Last Super Andy, that could be your brother,
That could.
Ruchero Rucho, Leggy Two Triggs,
These are awesome names.
IGN Russia,
And that was-
Felon Wintersong.
That was the last one. Those are all of our new Twitch hearts. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't hearted us on Twitch yet, please go to twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us. If you guys do that, you get email notifications whenever we go live, which is every Sunday at 10:15, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, Eastern time. Now, no longer after Game of Thrones, but still around the same time.
Where's the other guy?
So we got PLO617 is saying, if this game is what it promises to be, my social is over. So
Yeah, it's gonna be.
it'll be really interesting.
You're gonna
It'll be
lose yourself
really
in this
cool.
game. I think, really, for some people. I don't want to. You know,
I
I might be
hope it has-
overhyping this,
I hope
right?
it has longevity.
Yeah,
That's my thing, because it's so much at once, but I hope it doesn't get monotonous. And that it's not just a bunch of like, oh, well, I'm on a planet where things are striped.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a planet where things are polka dot, but the animals basically look the same. Like, I
Yeah.
hope it's as different as they're selling it as.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
agree.
want it to be great, and I want this thing to succeed, and I want to be wowed, but I don't know if we'll see it.
Jay Raybay, thank you for your heart on Twitch. Really appreciate it. How about we move on to the next story for Beyond Good and Evil?
Okay, yeah, so it's been announced that Beyond Good and Evil and Prince of Persia are still on the way, apparently.
Good news, I think.
Good. I honestly,
Beyond Good and Evil, especially.
I never played Beyond Good and Evil. to be
I haven't
honest.
either, but I know just from everyone who's talked with me that have played it, they love this game. It's a cult classic. People really, really love that game.
Yeah, so, Ives Guillemot was quoted as saying, "We are not going to stop those properties. We are going to work on them. The teams are really looking at what we can come with. I think you will really like what you see in the future. It could take some time to make sure we are really delivering what we want, and also that we have nothing to discuss at this time." So, I think these are still at most in the planning stage. They're very much just.
They did show a CGI trailer
let's
for
see.
Beyond Good and Evil way back, but that's it.
How easy is a trailer to throw together?
Exactly, how easy
Especially
is it?
CGI.
Yeah.
Games with gameplay. About Prince of Persia, I played a few of the Prince of Persia games. I liked the one that had come out for GameCube.
Yeah.
Because that was forever ago. And I played Prince of Persia 2, I think.
Okay.
That was on the PS2.
Yeah.
The gameplay was fun. It was nice. I think if they come out now, everybody's going to be comparing it to Assassin's Creed.
Here's the thing, though. The rumors for Prince of Persia is that they're completely going away from those Assassin's Creed vibes and are going towards Rayman Legends vibes. You may remember me saying this, that they're going to use the UbiArt engine, supposedly, and have a side-scrolling, old-school Prince of Persia style game.
That would be refreshing.
Yeah, it would be refreshing.
I think, especially to have a not indie-developed, intentionally 8-bit side-scrolling game and a side-scrolling thing that's very well done graphics-wise, anyway.
Definitely.
Where's our
Solid
friend
stuff.
Gregory?
Gregory! Yeah, I haven't seen him once in the chat room
He's
tonight.
not in here.
Hopefully he comes in a little later. Thank you to
Probably drunk.
Alpha Chronicle and Crow625 for your friend requests, and also thank you to Top Shot 99, Mafia Boss, Freakenstein, and Halo Chick for your Twitch hearts. You guys are being awesome tonight. We really appreciate it. You guys are the best fans in the world.
Oh.
All right, final story for news segment number 4. Why Twitch isn't on the Wii U? So Reggie Fils-Aimé had a little comment on this because someone asked him it, and here's what he had to say. We don't think streaming 30 minutes of gameplay by itself is a lot of fun. We're looking to do a lot of great things with Twitch. The Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 that we're executing through Twitch is doing fantastic numbers. Your specific question of just purely streaming gameplay, what we've got to think through is, so what's fun about that? From a consumer standpoint, what's fun about it? So I just see him as that robot sticking the sign, no fun allowed in the dirt right now.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know, Reggie. What's fun about
I
it?
know, like really, like are you? This is the dumbest thing he could have possibly said.
YouTube.
They were doing so well too at E3, and then he says this dumb shit. Like,
You're so mad right now.
Thank you, Top Shooter, for the friend request. It's just so asinine because we know exactly why you don't have Twitch on there. It's because you can't do it. You can't do video encoding on the Wii U, and that's why you don't have Twitch. If you could, you would have totally added it by now.
Yeah,
because it's taken off like crazy.
Exactly, and I think they're kind of putting their foot in their mouth right now.
Yes,
it's not okay. It's not happening on the Wii U right now. It's going to come to Nintendo eventually. Everybody's going to bring on Twitch.
Yeah.
There's no way they can avoid it at this point. And as soon as they announce it, everybody's going to be waving this comment in his face. So it's
dumb thing to say.
This is a dumb thing to say. He could have said, well, there's reasons for that, and I'm not going to get into it, and then left it alone.
Yep.
I mean, just blow off the question entirely instead of giving some aggressive POS like that.
This
Completely
isn't
agree.
Mike. This is Mark.
I'm Mark.
Guys, Mike isn't here tonight because it's Father's Day, and Mike is a father, if you didn't know
People call
that.
me Mike all the time, though.
Yeah.
Do you want me
Someone said Mike looks like Jax.
do you want me to be Mike?
That's great.
I'll
But
be whatever you want me to
this
be.
is Mark.
Mark Torres in the chat room. Kristen says, be nice in the chat room.
AKA
And Mike,
Kristen Bennis.
Kristen Bennis. And also Mike, who's not on the show tonight, but is in the chat room with his child, is Classy Douchebag in the chat room. Also, you can add us on PSN, Mike and I. I am Drew M1788 on PSN, and Mike is Noob Guru. We want to thank everyone who has requested us so far. We also have Psychoholic. Okay, I'm sorry. Twitch ads. Gotta give them to Kristen. Umatrice88, though. Thank you for the friend request.
Psychoholic66 CF Dog 22, who is new. Thank you for watching us.
I don't know.
Overlord 2010, Top Shot 99, Mafia Boss. Oh, Mafia Boss. 12002, Freakenstein 32.
Yep, those ones I already read. So thank you so much, guys, for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate it. If you haven't, there it is right there, guys. Twitch.tv/levelupshow. Heart us. You'll get email notifications whenever we go live. We're going to open up the Skype lines again because we want to talk with you guys. It is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds on Skype. No spaces in that name. Mark is going to put it in the chat room for you guys. So audio call us and we can talk about all the big games that were announced at E3. Really exciting year so far.
Kristen, can you touch your elbows together and lean forward? No, but Andrew can. Lean forward.
Can I?
No. Andrew, you're supposed to.
They want to look at your boobs.
Oh, okay. You guys squeeze them
Oh, look
together.
at those boobs. Nice.
There you go.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, God.
That's what we should do for.
Can you
Yeah,
try
if
to
it
say my
happens.
name, please? Tyrope you. Tyropew.
I don't know. Terry Zone, how long have you been married?
That sounds French.
It does.
Oh,
We've been married for
Oh,
month.
Terry Hill, nice.
just a little over, right? No, exactly. Is it exactly a month now?
What's today?
It's
Yes, answer. We are ready to the replay room. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Justin, you're on the Level Up show. How you doing, man? Justin, you there?
We've been married for.
Justin? He's on the delay, I have a feeling. Maybe we can get a hold of him. Just give us a second.
Hey, Justin, you're on the Level Up show. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
That's awesome. All right, Justin, you are on an enormous delay right now. You gotta mute your TV and talk with
Can
us.
you hear me?
We're okay. So let's wait it out. Let's listen to this play out.
He's on the delay. Maybe we can get a hold of him. Just give us a second. Hey, Justin, you're on the Level Up show. How you doing, man? Pretty good. That's awesome.
That is such a delay.
It is a huge delay, but it's really amusing listening to it. So are you on time with us now, Justin?
No.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, thanks,
Oh,
man.
yeah, woo!
That was really fun. Thanks for doing that.
All right. So is this better?
This is better. So what do you want to talk about tonight, man?
I know one of the games I just got for PS4 is Wolfenstein, and I was just wondering maybe what you guys thought of that whole. I know they had a whole bunch of games before, and the last was in 2009, I believe. I was just wondering if you guys played Wolfenstein or not.
I haven't. Have you?
I haven't played Wolfenstein.
I'm hearing surprisingly good things about it. That it has like great production value and a really well-told story, and it really calls back to the old ones in a lot of ways.
I don't know about surprising. This was like really hyped and
Yeah.
very looked forward to. I kind of want to pick it up just
Yeah.
because of all the good things I heard about it leading up to it, and the fact that it came out and people were still like, "This is so good," and it's not like bogged down with, "Oh, we're going to make this multiplayer. Will make up for anything," and they
Yeah.
really focused on making like the game fun, which
Yeah.
is hey, that's a missing thing.
Definitely. Justin, did you say that you did play it?
Oh yeah, I actually own it right now, and the game is beautiful. I know in the first mission you actually go to Castle Wolfenstein, so it brings that back so players still know it's still part of that
Nice.
series of games. And then you just dual wield weapons. It's all shoot 'em up, blowing stuff up, but with an actual storyline. I was really surprised at how in depth. The Nazis won World War II, and this is the outcome of the world. It's all not just swastikas everywhere,
Yeah.
but it's like just beautifully done. They did put a lot of thought into the game and made it so that the players wouldn't be burdened with like just endless swarms of enemies. There's opportunities for sneaking and stuff,
Yeah.
and it really just changed the way I thought about the game, and it's just really fun to play.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the best things a game can do is telling the story through the world. It's so compelling when it's done that way, and I think The Last of Us is a really great example of that. But it's really cool to hear that this does as well. You know what? I'm with you. I think with like what Justin says and what I keep hearing online, I might pick up this game.
Oh, it's completely worth it. There's never once in the game that I was just like, I'm done with this. I just couldn't stop playing. I beat the whole game in one run, died a couple times, but even when you die, it's just got German in the loading screen, so you just get the feel that
Yeah.
Germany is in control even in the game.
That's cool. That's really cool. All right, man. Thanks so much for calling in. I'm gonna keep that in mind, and I might pick that up.
No problem. And Mark, just letting you know, I'm wearing the same hat as you, so we're brothers right now.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. I love you, dude. We'll give you a shout out in the chat.
Thanks so
All right,
much.
thanks,
Justin.
guys.
Thank
See
you
ya.
for calling.
Also, Justin, say your name in the chat room so we know who you are. But Justin, thanks so much for calling. That was a great call, man. Wolfenstein. Sounds like it's a really good game.
we've got a bunch of
Snake.
All right, we hit 350. It's not at that right now, but I have to stay true to my word.
Okay.
Oh my
Do it
god.
right. Do it right in the lens. Like,
So
just like you do right in my face.
Yeah, Justin had a bunch of people agreeing with him.
Wait, Snake
Wolfenstein's
Andrew.
supposed to be good.
No, you have to be more snake-like.
I'm sorry. I can't
How
do
do you like
this.
this more?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is what I do to her late at night. I just go into her face like this. All right.
Oh
hold
my
on.
god.
No, you have to be more snake-like, like this.
That is.
GFN is agreeing with Justin there. And, hey, if it's a hell of a game, I'm totally into that.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This okay.
Oh, there was something I totally wanted to
And
bring
now
up.
Kobe starts
Oh,
talking.
that was a really great thing to bring up, especially because Germany's apparently playing tomorrow for World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup, Stanley Cup
Thank
is
you,
over.
Justin. That was totally what he intended.
NBA Finals are over now.
Yeah.
We have World Cup for sports. If you're a Phillies fan, because baseball just sucks right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're going to shut off the lines for now, and we'll open it back up later. Thank you, Justin, for your awesome call. So, there was a pretty cool announcement that happened at E3 during their Far Cry 4 gameplay demo, and it's that even if you don't own the game, you can play with your friend who does own it, co-op-wise.
yeah.
Everyone just kind of like put down took off their glasses, and were like, what the hell are you talking about? How is this possible? I thought it was going to be something using PlayStation Now, but it sounds like actually what's going to happen is that it starts with a client. Like the 3DS's download play, PS4 users without Far Cry 4 will be able to download a separate app that allows them to be invited into their friends' Far Cry 4 games. It's going to be a colossal app since it will contain all of the game's content, sans its story-based missions, which are the only content available exclusively in the single player. It's like, how can they do this? Like, they're giving away so much content for free, but Adam Boyes did kind of put a little caveat there saying that you have a max of 10 invites allowed, and each invite lasts for a limited time. So there is a little bit of a limit there, but still, this is free content for people, so you really can't bash this at all. This is great news.
I think this will be a great thing for them because I feel like one of the big things inhibiting entry into any game is people don't want to pay that money up front.
Yeah.
And if you can get it for cheap used, that some people will wait for that used. But if you're able to play it for free at first, and then it's like, holy crap, this was so much fun. Hell yeah, I'd buy the full version if I liked it, especially if I'm trying it for free. So
Definitely.
Going back to like free to play, I don't think like not paying something for a game, there's no reason to not try it then.
Yeah.
Like download it, play it. If you don't like it, whatever, it didn't cost you anything. Great news from them.
Orbit, V7, Tact, Calc, X0, and Slamar. Just a few. Those are all Twitch hearts.
Yeah, you're supposed to give it to me.
It was just 3. If there's a big list, I'll hand
That's
it to
not
you.
how it works.
No, she reads them all.
At the end of the show, you can read every
Thank you,
single
Mark.
one of them all.
I don't want to read them all. I already read them all.
We've got like 30 here. That is like crazy. Thank you so much, guys, for your Twitch hearts.
So, okay, yay.
Twitch.
Guess, since this is everybody's favorite game, Grand Theft Auto 5 receiving graphical improvements on the PC. IGN is...
This is a quote from IGN, guys.
It's saying, GTA 5 promises to take full advantage of the power of PC, with various improvements such as higher resolution and graphical detail, denser traffic, greater draw distances, upgraded AI, advanced weather and damage effects, new wildlife, and a video editor. First off, I'm wondering, are PS4 and Xbox One going to get the same love?
I really think so, and I will say that when I saw
what they showed at the E3 previews,
Exactly,
because
right?
that's exactly what they highlighted. This is going to look better than the last generation, specifically. So please buy it again.
that looked like real life footage at the beginning. Obviously, we've said this before, like Trevor is more
great.
stylized and has a little bit of a cartoony nature to him. So once you see him, it's like, okay, this is a game. But when you saw the environments, the mountains, the water, the ocean, all that kind of stuff, I was like, damn, this looks really good. I never would have thought it would have been Grand Theft Auto.
Honestly, with the announcement of it definitely coming to PC and getting all those upgrades on PC natively,
Yeah.
I want to see what people are able to do with mods for the PC.
Yeah.
Because they already like modded the shit out of GTA 4.
All that unbelievable
And
mods.
it looks incredible. They're like real to life things. So what are they gonna do when something is already so advanced?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Are you kidding me? IGN Russia.
GTA PC canceled.
You heard it here first, guys. From
IGN Russia, I hope you have a Twitter account called IGN Russia and you just constantly tweet that kind of stuff. I would follow you, so you should do that.
Definitely.
But yeah, really great news. I'm going to play it, I think. I've never played Grand Theft Auto 5. I only got a little bit into 4, I will be honest. I wasn't that crazy about it. But I've heard such amazing things about 5 from Mike. That,
love it or hate it. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a game. Honestly,
it's a game.
if you didn't like 4, you probably won't like 5, and it's not as if you have to. It's not something that's must play.
Yeah.
So.
I'll let Kristen, since she loves reading off things. These are all of our PSN friend requests right now.
I just think it's funny that people want to marry me because I could literally be pure evil
But you look beautiful. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters is beauty.
She will kill you in her sleep.
The night we got married, she threatened to kill me.
What?
Yes, it
wasn't
was.
night, It was on our honeymoon.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was on our honeymoon. She looks at me and she's talking about like already having babies and stuff like that. I'm like, oh god. And she's like, I'm going to kill you.
Not
And I was
like that.
Yes, you did say it like that. She meant to say it like that. She's going to like pressure me to do stuff like that.
And I'm gonna
but she
break
said it so creepily.
He was actually freaked out.
I was very freaked out. She totally got in my face. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Read off our PSN friend request.
Abskater X, Alpha Chronicle, Anarchy J, Asante 411, Assassin 0. I already read these.
Yeah, but we have a whole bunch of new ones in there as well.
Budman 64116, Clips OKC Bulls, Colpster 858, Doggy Dave. Oh, not Doggy Dave. Dodgy Dave.
I like Doggy
83.
Dave better.
Eat babies. Good.
Amazing.
J Dog 1316, Kazan 0748, Kill You, King Smiley 323, Hero 625, Max H2O, Arbitrice 88, Ray Ray 210, Roychin, Ghost, Terrorzone, Stinky 678, Top Shooter 99, and everyone else. And shout out to my boy Rick.
Yeah, and we also even got a few friend requests while you were speaking from Fast Pac-Man, Tiger Realm, and Ghost Dog. So thank you so
Ghost
much, guys.
Dog.
And also, Eat Babies, Good. Awesome name, just added us on Twitch.
Nice.
So we love you, man. Let's move
We
on
love
to
you.
our final story of the night, one that we want to get your opinions on. The
We already
Playroom.
know their opinions.
The Playroom is receiving a set maker update, is what they're calling it. It's going to add things like polling, customizable banners and images, and even implies in the trailer that we're going to be able to control the music. We're going to be able to lower the music, maybe even put our own custom music in. J. Ray Bay, thank you for the friend request. So, how is this going to affect us? How can we improve the show because of this? If you guys haven't, watch the trailer, go on YouTube and look up Playroom Set Maker, watch it right now, and then maybe call in with some suggestions. So we're going to open up the line since the call segment is starting now anyway. We would love to hear from you guys on how you want us to improve the show using the Set Maker update from the Playroom. We could also talk about other things as well, but that would be awesome.
Titans has been married for 13 years.
Nice.
He's one of our viewers.
Congrats, man, and also thank you, Dork Knight, for your
That's a
Twitch
long time.
parts.
That's
Everything
a
is
long time.
right here, guys. This is all of our info.
Rick is gonna miss
Get
the
me
music
that.
now.
Audie Main.
Audie
You're not gonna
Main.
you're not gonna recognize us without it.
I saw earlier, Rucho said that he loves the show and could watch it all night. So that is awesome.
I don't know about
CF
We could watch you all night.
is our 300th Twitter follower
Wow, we had 300?
on Twitter.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
That's a landmark for us, really.
We should get him something.
Yeah, we should. 300 followers on Twitter, guys. That is awesome.
CF Dog, we should get you a purchase.
You
We should
guys are
purchase you
awesome.
something.
So, Skype, I'm gonna post it again.
Yeah.
Chat with us about anything you've heard previously. If you want to talk about Grand Theft Auto 5 again.
Yep.
More so about the Playroom, what you think we can do with the Playroom. All of that jazz.
Thank you to one guy who said
Please.
Happy Father's Day. Once again, yeah.
I
Happy
want to
Father's
shout
Day,
out
guys.
to all the fathers out there. I hope you are good to your baby girls and baby boys. Grown
Definitely.
men, grown women.
Awesomeness wants us to talk about Uncharted 4. We've talked about it multiple times, man.
Bye, Abskater.
All we can say is that it's mind-blowing that entire trailer is in-engine in real time, no post-processing, no crazy anything. It's just that is in-engine footage. It's already confirmed to be true. So that is going to be a mind-blower when that game comes out.
Say
I'm
bye to
really-
Abskater.
Bye, Appskater.
So,
Joe.
yo!
Joey!
What up, everybody?
Oh my
Dude,
god.
just out of curiosity, has it been confirmed that GTA 5 is coming to the PS4?
Joey, I will murder.
Sorry.
I'm ending this call now.
No! All
I couldn't
right.
help myself.
I don't want to talk to you.
It is confirmed. If anyone doesn't know, GTA 5 is coming to PC, PS4, and
Thank you,
Xbox One
Amazon.
this fall. All right, Joe. Thank you for the joke, man. But what do you want to talk about tonight?
He's laughing like a
Actually-
lunatic.
What was that?
I said you're laughing like a lunatic.
I know, I'm so tired right now. I went to bed late last night and I'm on a whole box of like bakery goods and caffeine, so I'm just like full of sugar and coffee.
Yeah.
And so I just saw the video of the Playroom, the set maker, and I think that's going to be really cool for you guys because you can have, well, assuming like how much you can actually do with it. I don't know how customizable it'll actually be, but it looks like you can make signs of your own, which would be really cool. So as opposed to having that sign that you have in the front, maybe you can actually have a cool virtual floating sign.
Yeah, this thing cost us like $40, and I had to print it out in reverse. So it's mirrored, and it's ridiculous that I had to do all those things. So yeah, it would be really cool if I could make this entire front part of the table like a huge banner, put some stuff up here, you know, and get all of our information out there for you guys. What about polling? What do you think we could do with that?
What the hell is polling?
Well, like, let's see, for instance, I really wish they had released the update already, because what I would have loved to do tonight is E3 awards. We have our own awards, right? The Level Up Show awards for E3, but we would have loved to do viewer awards as well. So we could have done each and every single award as a poll to you guys.
Oh, polling! I was thinking like, you know, physical polls, like, like having comments or something set up in the room.
Yeah, that went right over your head, man. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to like have the guys in the chat room vote on you know, best game of show or best new IP, stuff like that.
That'd be really cool. And as far as the show is concerned, I see a lot of streamers. They have people are really anxious, surprisingly, to give away their stuff. And I think if people would be generous enough to, you know, like codes and stuff, like betas and like free games and shit like that, it would be cool to maybe raffle them off or, you know, just ideas to play around with.
No, definitely. There are so many generous people in the chat room that have viewed our show. We've gotten so many things from viewers. We've gotten mic equipment from Nova Metal Gamer. You know, we've gotten PSN codes from some people that just wanted to thank us for doing our show. It's really crazy. We're so generous to our viewers for supporting us, and we're going to continue trying our best to do a great show for you guys.
Exactly. Or you can just have, you know, my face be plastered everywhere, you know, that stuff can just be sent to me.
And you can be a part of the show with us. We can just cut your head off and put it right here.
Exactly. That sounded really scary.
How about we don't cut his head off and we just print a copy?
We'll print a copy. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm sorry.
Cutting somebody's head off is a little dramatic.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thanks. Good comments, man. We'll take those into consideration.
Cool, man.
All right. See you later, Joe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Joe brought up a good comment about people kind of being so generous towards us. We kind of want to ask a little bit for your generosity right now.
Yes, Mike's been posting it earlier. Let's go into some detail on it.
Let's go into some detail on our Extra Life fundraiser for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Guys, we started this a week ago, and Mark is going to post it in the chat room multiple times. Mike already has, but pretty much it's a gaming-centric fundraiser that's for all different children's hospitals. We're towards CHOP, Children's Hospital Philadelphia, and we're going to continue raising money towards it for a very long time, up until October. You can visit the website that Mark is posting, and you can just decide whatever you want to do. You can give us $5 towards the charity. You can do a monthly payment, whatever you guys want to do. We'd be so generous. But the big thing is that this is all leading up to October 25th, when we're going to be doing a 24-hour gaming stream marathon all day, from Saturday at 8 a.m. to Sunday at 8 a.m. And we're going to have a ton of content filling out those 24 hours. We're not just going to bullshit for 24 hours. We're going to have a really concise schedule that we're going to stick to.
And I'll do a little dance.
And we're going to really try and do an entertaining show for you guys on that day to try and raise as much money as possible towards Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So please, we really would appreciate it, guys, if you could visit the link that Mark and Mike have been posting multiple times tonight and donate a little money towards the children at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. That'd be really awesome. Thank you so much, guys. So we are done with our news story segments. So really quick, Mike is in the chat room, so he can talk a little bit about what he's been playing. I'm going to talk about Destiny Alpha a little bit, because that's what I've been playing, and I'm sure a lot of people in the chat room have been playing it as well. It came out on Thursday and ends tonight, unfortunately. Just a 4-day alpha, early release. But I have to say, man, so much content. Buy Fast Pac-Man, thanks so much for watching us. GFN says he will watch every hour of our 24-hour stream. Thank you so much, Rick. You've always been a huge supporter of our show. So the alpha is just so jam-packed with content. I couldn't really believe it. You have the Crucible, which is their competitive multiplayer. You have Earth, which has multiple story campaign moments that unlock as you raise and level up to a cap of level 8. And then you also finally have the Tower, which is something I really wasn't expecting at all, where you have a third-person version of yourself walking throughout this big environment, going to different shops and getting weapons and seeing non-playable characters that you can talk to. Really gave me Mass Effect vibes. I thought it was really cool. So I'm really impressed with this game so far. Beautiful, by the way. That was one of the biggest things for me, is I wasn't expecting a cross-generational game to look this good. It really blew my mind when I started it up. So as somebody that sucks at the game, to be so happy with it, I think this is going to really be great. Mike, I don't know if you can, but maybe you could call in real quick and we could talk about Destiny a little bit. I would like to hear your feedback on the game as well.
Hey, Mark, people think that is a charger for your laptop.
It is.
It is.
Booby power. I mean, I watched your gameplay from Destiny. I've seen some other streams of Destiny. Yep. I've said it before, I was going to get a PS4. Destiny is probably going to be the thing that makes me buy. Honestly, I like the bundle. I might just pick up that PS4
white.
Destiny bundle. I especially like that it's in white.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty slick.
I'm probably going to pick that up in September when that releases, because it just looks so good. And I mean, I know you're being like really hard on yourself for not like mastering the multiplayer right now. But Destiny has so much more than just the multiplayer. The multiplayer is just one aspect. You have an entire story campaign that looks like it changes a little bit. We got Mike on it now.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Mike, as somebody that is an enormous Halo fan, especially the old Halos like 1, 2, and 3, what was your opinion on Destiny these last 4 days?
I was really happy with it. So my biggest fear was that it was just going to be, Halo 2.0, just different skin, but it was, it's its own game. You can even tell that. It has a lot of, kickbacks to Halo style, like the gun control and the movement and the flow of everything. But it's because Halo has always been very fluid. There's never been anything wrong with the series as far as how you move and how you can shoot, and so that's great. But the thing I love is that they added, this whole, creating your characters, leveling up. It basically feels like Skyrim, the Halo game, and I love that. I love being able to, level up stuff. Like I even said to you earlier, I was annoyed that, I randomly found a hidden piece of equipment that when I got it decoded, it was a pair of awesome gauntlets that I can't even use because we're capped at level 8 and they're locked to level 10. So there's a lot of stuff. I didn't even know that there was, going to be items that were, cryptic or whatever that they had to get decoded for you. So like even stuff like that is just went back into the game. I found something else out new, and like the amount of exploration. I was playing with Kimosabi, who's I think he's in the show still in the chat room. He was earlier. And we were playing for a while, and it was funny because all of a sudden he had already played through the game like 4 times, he said, but I was finding areas in the one map that he didn't even know existed. And we were finding all these tunnels and access points and everything like that. So it was awesome. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. I think the thing I liked the most about it, I did like the multiplayer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not very good at it, but that doesn't change my fun, excitement for it. But what I really did enjoy, it wasn't something I did with you, Mike, together. But I went in and did the story stuff, and I spent a good hour just wandering around, killing enemies, leveling up, finding missions, those green little lighted like blinking markers. Did missions, found weapons, upgraded weapons. That's what excites me, because that is the RPG mechanics right there.
Right.
And that's
right. And that's why I think people like you are gonna love it. Like the people there's a ton of people in here just hating, like, oh, Halo's shit. Oh, this game is gonna be crap because it's just Halo. And I don't think they realize. I want to call them idiots, but they're not, because I just don't think they realize the greatness that this game holds on it. Just because of what depth it has in there. There's a lot to it. Like, you didn't even take part in the events. I remember when you came to my house on Friday.
I did later on by myself, but yeah.
Yeah, and so it was great, and everybody I showed it to, like my cousin's boyfriend was over and he loved it. So everybody that was like, kind of worried to see how it was, they're loving it, and I think they're on a very good track. I'm excited. If this was just the alpha, I'm excited to see what the beta looks like.
I know, right?
And what we get out of that. And they said it was only a smaller taste than what the beta is going to give us even.
Speaking of the beta, that's July 17th if you guys don't know. So really keep an eye out for some sign-ups and stuff like that, so you can make sure to get into the beta, which I'm sure is going to be a lot wider than the alpha was.
Right, and so real quick, in the other beta that was going on, and a few people were talking about, they were asking how you personally like the Battlefield Hardline beta, and I just kept trying to tell everybody Drew sucks at FPS. but I've played it. And I think it was okay, but my assessment of it from what I've seen is I don't think it's a $60 title. I think it's a $40 title, and I think it's a pretty decent $40 title. But as a full $60 game, I think the people that they're trying to grab are those Battlefield fans that they're losing in that mid-year, and I don't think they're going to grab them and keep them pleased. I think it's going to be another Medal of Honor type thing.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Kristen.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Someone wanted to know where you got this Breaking Bad shirt for Andrew.
So, JCPenney's has some of the most awesome shirts, and that store is underrated. There was actually 2 other ones I almost got him. They were both Game of Thrones shirts. The one is the Lannister sigil, and it has, I forget what it says on it, but then the other one is the house emblems of everybody in Game of Thrones in a mashup on the shirt. There's a bunch of them. There's a lot of like gaming style t-shirts. So I was just walking through it and grabbed it. It was awesome. I saw it. I was like, I have to get this.
Do you like to dress my husband?
I would actually rather undress your husband.
Oh!
Should not have taken it in that direction, but it's okay. Let's move on as quickly as possible. Thanks so much for calling in, man.
See you, bud.
See you, man. Take it easy, dude.
bruh.
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
JCPenney, I never would have guessed. Ever.
Why don't you read off? We got another Ever. whole bunch of Twitch hearts. We really want to show our appreciation, so go ahead.
Rookie05, Flash and Furious. Ooh. Rarbot. What?
I love how you read them. It's amusing.
Nephism. Eccentrip. The Punisher 826. Baby Squash. Dork Knight. Eat babes. Good. I read that one earlier.
Okay, so that's where we are right now. All of you guys, thank you so much for your hearts on Twitch. Anyone that hasn't hearted us, also thank you to Power Lunch for your
Power
friend request.
Lunch!
But if you haven't hearted us on Twitch, that's probably the most important thing to us because we want you guys to be able to follow us and keep track of when we go live. Usually it's Sundays at 10:15 Eastern Time, but we also do a lot of Let's Plays and stuff like that. So please go to twitch.tv/levelupshow, create your own account if you haven't, and heart us so you can get email notifications whenever we go live. Also, go to the Level Up Show on Twitch, level spelled LVL, follow us. Facebook, like us, and finally add Mike and I on PSN. Mike in the chat room, dude, classy douchebag. He is Noob Guru on PSN, and I am Drew M1788. And finally, if you wouldn't mind posting this, Mark, YouTube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. All of our shows go up on YouTube, guys. So if you miss anything, you can always check out YouTube.
No, I have something to say.
Check out YouTube and look at Let's Plays and editorial type videos and reviews and stuff like that.
I have something to say. Dire Jason, aka Westfire, is playing to the original JCPenney.
Mentioning some stuff earlier about PS Now. Titan, welcome to the Level Up Show, man. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great, man. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Hey, man, I just wanted to ask, is there anybody else that's upset about this PlayStation Now? Because I have, loads of PS1, PS2, and PS3 games that I bought over the years, and I just don't feel like having to pay a fee to, play for older games I already have.
You know what? I agree with that partially. I understand why they're doing it, obviously. But I thought it would have been really cool if they would have allowed you to put the disc into the PS4 for it to somehow read which game it is. Not be able to play it, but just read which game it is and then allow you to stream it for free through PlayStation Now. I thought that would have been a really cool solution and an enormous fan service. It would have been throwing away money on their part, but I really would have been a pretty cool thing to do. I'm hoping that there are some PlayStation Plus perks for people like you that want those deals on backwards compatibility and stuff like that. We still don't know for sure what's going to happen with this. We only know about the range of $3 to $20 for rentals. We don't know if there's going to be a subscription service. We don't know really much at all. So I wouldn't be too down on it just yet. There's potential for it to be a better service than you're even imagining. We just got to hold on a little bit longer.
Right.
Yeah,
I love the fact when the PS3 came out, that 60 gigger came out, and I was the first one to buy it just because it could play PS1 and PS2. And ever since then, they kind of fell off the map.
Mine died on me. I had the 60 gig as well, and when it died, I was really disappointed because I had to move to the Slim, which didn't have backwards compatibility. I'm somebody that loves backwards compatibility. I usually used it for the old Final Fantasies, Metal Gear Solids, Shadow of the Colossus, stuff like that I would routinely come back to. I do think that there are not that many people like that, though. Their studies kind of show that
people demand backwards compatibility and then they get it and they don't really use it. When you get the next generation, you usually move to the next generation.
I think PS Now might be more of a feature for people who don't have the big collections like you, that haven't like built up things. I mean, I'm still holding on to my old like N64 and PlayStation 2 and GameCube games. If I really want to revisit them, I'll plug the system back in. But if somebody doesn't have them, and sometimes they become harder to find, the PS Now can be a good little way for an intro into these things. So, I mean, I get your point. I don't know if it's necessarily an evil thing. Like, Sony's just... Whoa,
money, yeah. No, you know what? They're all corporations. They all want money.
Bye, Titty Barrow.
Bye, Titty Barrow. Thanks for watching, man. But yeah, they're all corporations. They all want money, and we have to understand that to a certain extent, right? But I do sympathize with you, man, and I hope that maybe some of us get some perks out of this.
That would be nice.
Was the PS Now your big takeaway from E3, or was there anything else that caught your attention?
I was really looking forward to it, but then when I heard, there might be subscription fee, I was like, oh, that's a bummer. But other than that, I like the what is the PlayStation Vita TV or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. $99, and you get to stream your PS4 to another TV. You play Vita games in HD on your TV, as well as having PlayStation Now and a lot of other application access like Netflix and Hulu. I think for the price, I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely. All right, man. Thanks so much for calling, man.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
Getting a lot more Twitch ads, guys. We're going to read them off a little later once we stack them up a little bit.
I will read them.
Kristen will read them.
Someone thinks I should just read stuff.
She should just read stuff.
Like a show where I just read stuff.
Just dramatic readings. But that's what we should do for the 24-hour stream. Just for like 30 minutes, sit you down with a novel and like,
she'll read Game of Thrones to you guys.
We're going to be reading.
And I'll sing too.
Yeah, that's it. Can't say the word of Thrones because it's a curse and I can't say curses.
Why? Andrew curses sometimes.
I do sometimes, but I try not to on this show.
So,
we are moving on to our topic of the week, I think, right? Or do we want to do it on the spot first?
We're doing on the spot first.
All right, did you guys hash this out? Who knows what they're doing?
Do you have one?
That's yours.
I don't have one.
You don't have
one.
Okay, well,
I didn't think of
we can always do the topic of the week first and let you guys stew on this a little bit.
I think we got a lot of comments for E3 this week. How about we skip on the spot?
Okay,
and then we head into E3 because we got a lot of opinions. We got a lot of chat comments in the chat already. So let's hash this stuff out.
Okay, guys, our topic of the week this week: E3 2014 awards. E3countdown.com, even though it's not around anymore.
Yeah, E3 2014, year of the delays.
We should start an E3countdown.com for 2015's E3.
There might be.
But we're going to start off with best new IP, and I'm going to read off some examples for you guys, and then we're going to take calls. So here are some examples of the new IPs that really impressed me this year. Bloodborne, Sunset Overdrive, Scalebound, The Order 1886, Splatoons, Let It Die, and there's some others as well. Thank you for the friend request, Last Windbender. But guys, we would like for you to influence us a little bit here on our picks. Which kind of Kristen is that? Is that his name, Kristen? That's Turtle Kristen. Got a turtle head poking out.
That's not the thing you think it is.
Don't say that!
I'm sorry! Right now, I know what I'm siding towards right now as far as new IP goes. I have a feeling I know what you're siding towards as well.
You might be surprised.
I might be surprised. But I would like to hear what you guys think. So, guys, the Skype line is still open. Let's hear from you guys. We'll take one or two calls.
Oh wow, we're getting this. This is happening already. So, we got two comments: Psychaholic 66 and Bartolomeo 305. Bloodborne for new IP.
Bloodborne, we got Scalebound in there, we got Splatoon, Bloodborne again. What else?
Lancer. A lot of people really like Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm a big. Don't get me wrong. We got another one for Bloodborne. I'm a really big fan of Bloodborne. Honestly, I'm kind of bummed Sunset Overdrive is exclusive.
Yes,
I'm really bummed.
You guys got to convince me because right now Sunset Overdrive is probably at the top of my list.
Brand new IP, I gotta give it to Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, I forgot about No Man's Sky. Hybrid Soldier, thank you for calling me out on that.
No Man's Sky needs to prove itself to me.
It does, you're right.
Only because of Spore, and I've seen what happens. We do have one for Order 1886, Evil Caesar. what I saw from Order 1886 was really good at E3.
There wasn't enough there, though, I don't think.
No.
I would have liked to see more.
We should have seen more, but for what we've seen of games, because honestly, that's my only issue with back to Bloodborne. I haven't seen that much of it.
All right, let's get some persuasion.
Sup, Bobby?
Bobby, how you doing, man?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, man. We're talking about E3 awards right now. We're on Best New IP. Do you have a kind of an opinion on this one?
I guess if do like all games count, like if it's independent or just more AAA.
You know like No Man's Sky is independent, and I would consider
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Was No Man's Sky, but I'm like, oh, that's kind of like an independent thing.
But no, if it's what you like, because let's not distinguish between AAA and independent, or if you want to, and if you have two different ones, then go that way. But we're not going to be really picky. Whatever you saw that you really liked, let's hear about it.
Yeah, but No Man's Sky, we're both very impressed by. But Mark's comment earlier
that stuck out for me was No Man's Sky and probably Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
But I've always been an Insomniac fan since the PS1 days and stuff like that. So I mean, I know Sunset Overdrive is Xbox One, but Insomniac, they've always been good developers, so I have faith in those guys. And No Man's Sky, that game just looks really fresh and like a really cool take on kind of like first person, just open world and exploration and all that type of stuff.
Okay. Do you believe the hype though? Do you really think this is going to be this this entirely generated thing to the extent they're talking about, where they don't even know what's out there in this universe they're creating?
No, but the reason why, because I think it's only like 4 people.
Yeah, right, it is.
Make the game or something like that. And I mean, I just think it sounds a little too ambitious, but I think it still looks very, very well put together and be necessary to the extent that they're talking about. But I think that they could probably get pretty close to what they're saying as far as going from planet to planet and, doing everything that you can do in the game. They've been kind of vague, but I'm pretty interested in it, whichever way, I guess.
I agree with you, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it lives up to what they're talking about.
Yeah, if it's as free range as what they're saying, I think the user and the player base will have a lot of control over how well the game does. And
that's true.
And relying on, what kind of things can the players create in the games for themselves. Mm-hmm. And I guess I don't always like using the word, but what the meta becomes.
Yeah.
And how people just stay interactive with it. So it has a lot of promise. I don't know if I'm going to get myself worked up for that, because it happened to me with Spore, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good.
Good point.
And it wasn't there.
Definitely.
So I want it to be.
Bobby, thanks so much for your vote, man.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a really cool show too. It's my first time seeing this. Is really
all right. First time viewer, first time caller.
Site and all that stuff.
Nice. Thanks so much, man. I hope you come back next week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, man.
Thanks,
see you later, Bobby. Take it easy.
Peace.
All right, what do you think, man? We calling this? What do we think? We're best new IP. I'll let you choose yours. I'll choose mine.
Do we read these?
I chose mine. I chose mine.
Sunset.
From what I've said, Sunset. I want to say Sunset.
We're gonna get a little heat for this, but I agree. Sunset Overdrive.
I know what the chat wants. The chat wants Bloodborne.
You guys spoke for sure. Bloodborne is the viewers' best new IP. For Mark and I think it's Sunset Overdrive. Not PS4 at all, but that game really looks great. So we're jealous.
I mean, we're getting a few other comments in here. Some people are saying The Division.
Evolve?
Yeah, I mean, other people are popping up with Evolve. Evolve looks really great, too.
Alien Isolation. Not really a new IP, but
it's really, this was a really good E3.
It
was a very hearty E3, and there's a lot that came out of it, so.
All right, so we're going to move on to our next award, the Best Indie Game Reveal. We're going to save this for ones we didn't know about, really. So examples of that are like Ori and the Blind Forest, Inside, Abzu. There's some other ones in there as well that you guys can mention, please do. But what do you guys think is the best indie game reveal? Best new indie game that came out at E3?
Did you know that Bobby, who just called, is CF Dog 22 in the chat room?
CF Dog,
he was our 300th Twitch or Twitter follower.
Also our 300th.
Awesome.
You're on a roll tonight, man.
CF Dog 22.
Before you take him out, do you want to read off over
this
Twitch
is your
ads?
night.
Refresh it real quick.
I just did.
Good job.
I'm smart.
You are smart.
Why are girls mean to me? Who wrote that?
Mike's
Brett
got his.
1440. Girls should not be mean to you.
I figured this is gonna be the thing. Everybody's mentioning anyway for the top.
Can I
Grim
read this?
Fandango? Is that what I'm
Do
saying?
you want me to read this or now?
Go ahead.
Everything.
Shout out to Reality Cells.
Grim Fandango and No Man's Sky are taking this.
Richard Cuppo.
Oh, we're seeing Hotline Miami 2.
What's going on?
Sorry.
These are the new.
Sorry,
Big-
I'll let you go.
Let me begin again.
These are our Twitch. These are our Twitch hearts, guys.
Reality Cells. Richard Cuppo. Big Nick 48.
Big Nick.
Ninja 77. I think that's supposed to be like Eisenberg 77.
Oh, cool.
Maybe, I don't know. Retro Pink Sabata.
You can do it. You can do it.
Sabotage Master 92. Hastra 5000 Sun. Oops.
What?
Thor Free. Cheese Cop. Ooh, I like cheese.
You're her new favorite person.
Legacy John. Rookie 5. Flash and Furious. Rarbot. Nezb.
That was like Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs.
Nepism. Zentrep. The Punisher 826. Baby Squash.
Okay.
Dork Knight.
That was like 15 Twitch hearts. You guys are amazing tonight. Keep it coming, man. Twitch.tv/levelupshow. Heart us on there. You'll get email notifications whenever we go live. Also, go on Twitter, Facebook. And Mike and I are on PSN. I'm Drew M1788, and Mike is New Guru. And finally, if you guys have missed anything, we've been on for 27 episodes now. We are on YouTube, and you can find everything there that we do, including everything moving forward. So go on youtube.com/the-level-up-show, level spelled LVL. Could you please put that in the chat room real quick for me?
Yes.
Also, thank you to XX Blix, Curtito. Those are another Twitch hearts right there. You guys keep them coming. You guys are awesome. Let's move on to Best Indie Game Reveal a little bit more. Did we hear anything about Inside, Ori and the Blind Forest? Because those really surprised me.
No, honestly, I'm seeing a bunch of people still love No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky, Grim Fandango, Broforce. I think
that was Mike, wasn't it?
I think but it's not just Mike. There was some other.
Okay.
Yeah, GFN was like, oh crap, I forgot about Broforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Fireman is talking about Broforce. Eat Babies, Good is talking about Broforce.
What do we think is number one? We can take a call too, guys, if you want to hear your
calls about not necessarily what surprised you, but indie reveals.
Yeah, we'll take one call on each topic. So best indie game reveal, Skype, the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds.
Yes,
no
Legacy.
spaces.
She just threw the dog out the window.
Everyone always thinks she throws the dog out the window.
You get people that haven't mentioned, haven't come up in chat.
He's flying. He's back.
You get people that don't talk in the chat at all and start mentioning things, and she does that.
Brett, 1440, we're not ignoring you, man. Call in if you want.
I'm sorry, Metal, I didn't see your comment.
If we don't get any calls, we're gonna move on.
GFN is saying his vote goes for Broforce.
Broforce? Wow, a lot of Broforce.
Yeah, it's like a Hulk is saying the best reveal for him was UC4.
Everybody gone to the Rapture. I wish they would have shown more for that. All I saw was a little trailer. I'm really excited about that game, but I can't vote for it. I can't vote for it. It's just there wasn't enough shown for it. So, if you want to hear my decision,
that's the doggy door. That's great.
I'm really caught on this one because I don't have an Xbox One, but Ori and the Blind Forest just stole my heart. Like that game looks so good. It looks like the little creature and the mom dying and it rubbing up against it. It looks so sad. I really love the art style. But then
you're just all about sad games.
I love that. And then Abzu though, which was shown at Sony's conference and has the art director behind Journey and the composer Austin Wintory on Journey. Mm-hmm. This is a tough one for me. Do you have one? From Fandango?
As far as I'm taking reveal as in like demo, what they've shown, what they were saying. I have to give that to No Man's Sky.
Yeah, okay. And it seems like most people
No Man's
are.
Sky,
Right?
I mean, I'm not going to get super hyped about it, but I can't say that they didn't have a good showing at E3.
355, I think that's the highest we've been tonight. Thank you. 382. What the hell's happening? If we hit 400, what happens if we hit 400?
It's because we threw the dog out the window.
What happens if we hit 400?
People want me to suck that boob.
That's not happening.
Yeah, no.
We can't do that, sorry. But I think for me, because I own a PS4, and because I consider Journey a masterpiece, I've got to go with Abzu. So it looks like our viewers are choosing No Man's Sky for the most part. Mark also on No Man's Sky, and I'm on Abzu.
Oh, what was that other one? That just
Boogie, you
came
do
out?
not have to go. He does not have to go.
Entwined. We forgot about
I
Entwined.
played it. It's a nice little title, but it's definitely not the best indie game reveal.
Can I read some more names?
Yeah, sure.
If you got some new Twitch ads, go ahead, read them all.
GM Infected, Curtito, XX Billy Kicks. This is hard. It's harder than it looks. Mendes Gatto 13, Xander 330, XXX Vaughn. And that's it
Nice.
for now.
Those are our new Twitch hearts, and thank you, Jay Wright, for the friend request. Guys, our next E3 award is Biggest Surprise.
The big
I think we know what this is going to be.
Our list here are things like Grim Fandango being revealed, Master Chief Collection, Zelda Wii U, The Rise of the Tomb Raider, just coming out of nowhere. Those are examples of some surprises this year that you could choose. So, guys, go into the chat room. Let us know what you think is the biggest surprise at E3 this year. And also, we would love to get one call from some of you on your biggest surprise at E3. We are live on Skype. The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. Mark just posted it in the chat room. Please call in.
At 400, they said either I should be a T-Rex or we should all act like dinosaurs.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll play the Jurassic
I can
Park
have a
theme
good
in the
one.
background.
No, you put your little things, your hands in a T-shirt.
Fireman is saying Little Big Planet 3, Psychoholic is saying Grim Fandango.
Okay. Little Big Planet was a big surprise. I will admit, I did not see that coming.
You were number
Honestly,
one
yeah,
alive for
we got a whole
PlayStation.
bunch of Little Big Planet 3 mentions.
Mendez Gatto, how you doing, man?
How you doing, guys? I would say not a surprise, but more of a disappointment of this year, because I basically called this out last year with The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto. I remember them being on the PlayStation blog saying they had no plans for them coming to the PlayStation 4 this year.
Yeah.
And then seeing the announcement, I was like, that's the one reason why I didn't buy Grand Theft Auto last year, and the one reason why I didn't want to play The Last of Us, although I did play Last of Us because a friend of mine let me borrow it. But I think, yeah, it's kind of wrong for them to do stuff like that. What do you think?
You know what? I gotta disagree, to be honest with you, man. I think that a lot of people didn't play Grand Theft Auto, and a lot of people didn't play The Last of Us. And
I didn't. And that's what I said. I didn't want to play it because I knew in my heart that game was coming for the PS4.
Some
it
people
only
didn't
makes
even have
sense
the
to would.
PS3 though, man. A lot of people were Xbox owners that didn't play The Last of Us. And what's wrong with giving those people an opportunity to play an even better version of that game? I understand it might be a little disappointing for some people because it's like Naughty Dog are wasting resources on this. They could be focusing entirely on Uncharted, entirely on The Last of Us 2, or Jak and Daxter 4, or whatever they want to do. And I understand that's a little bit of a disappointment. But everything that they're saying is that there are small teams working on this. These are huge developers with 300 plus, 500 plus people, and they have separate little mini teams designated for these kind of moments where they can make money off of a port, off of a remaster, and also please a lot of fans that didn't get to play the game are really looking forward to it. So I think in this case it's a little bit of an everybody wins situation for me. I'm okay with it.
What do you think of that video they showed for what do you call it, Uncharted?
Oh, freaking!
It wasn't
glorious.
much, but it looked really good, didn't it?
Oh man,
glorious is what I have to say. That was unbelievable. I even I was skeptical at first. Like, this has to be a CGI cutscene. And then I kept watching, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like Eurogamer said, like, I'm seeing artifacts, I'm seeing some aliasing. Like, this looks real time. And then Naughty Dog came out and said it was, and I was just like, holy shit, this game is going to be mind blowing. Definitely.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
All right, guys, I love your show. This is my second weekend, and I'll be here next Sunday.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Later.
Thanker for tuning
in. All right, later.
So, for our biggest surprise of E3, is that what we're on?
Yeah, biggest surprise
of E3, we're getting, I got some of these colors I can't even read. 77 Heisenberg, I guess, saying Mortal Kombat 10.
Okay.
GFN, Little Big Planet 3. McDub is saying Halo Collection. Land77 is saying Little Big Planet 3. Eat Babies Good is saying Dead Island 2.
That was surprising.
That was a surprise.
That definitely should be on this list.
Honestly, I really liked the trailer for that.
I did too. Very funny.
That was really... That was amusing.
And I know exactly what they were doing.
I don't know if it's going to be like any different than...
But that's the thing is, remember the original Dead Island trailer was so dramatic, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, this looks so great! Like it's gonna touch our heartstrings and pull on them, and all these kind of things." And then the game came out, and it was nothing like the trailer. It was like another kind of satirical comedy zombie game. And everyone was like, "What the hell was that trailer about?" So I think this trailer was a direct answer to that. It was a comical Dead Island trailer.
All right, cool. We got Corey.
Hey Corey, how you doing, man?
Oh.
Corey, are you there?
Yo.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo, what's up?
We're talking about biggest surprise.
There's a lot of them.
You all right?
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. Yeah. How about off the list we have here? What about Grim Fandango, Master Chief Collection, Zelda Wii U, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Little Big Planet 3, Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2, Little Big Planet 3.
Okay, yeah, those are both surprising.
Uncharted 4, that new Uncharted.
Now, did you not expect that? Were you kind of maybe expecting a later reveal for Uncharted? Because that was a little surprising. Everyone was
they're saying this is supposed to be the last one.
They are. You're right. They are saying that. It's a little bit of disappointment, but also it's bittersweet because it's going to be a great climax, I'm sure, and it's going to really bring the story to a close. But it's going to be sad to say goodbye to those characters.
If you watch, what is it? It's NGI or whatever it is.
IGN, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that's supposed to be the very last one, and not making no more.
It's exciting for sure. Definitely, man. We're gonna take your vote into consideration. Thanks for calling in, man.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna be they can get on the demo thing still for Destiny.
I think
that's July. That's July.
Oh, for the beta. You're exactly right.
Beta,
July 17th for the beta. Definitely keep that in mind, guys. Thanks for the advice, man.
Oh, no problem.
See you, Corey.
Yeah, we're still getting a bunch of things.
Battle.
Vegman is saying Rise of the Tomb Raider. We're getting Storm Knight. Rainbow Six Siege has been popping up a lot.
There was a big surprise this year.
I did not see that coming. Silver Steel is saying Rainbow Six Siege. One person, Vantara, did say Jack and Daxter 4.
Yeah, that didn't happen. That would have been a surprise, though. I've got to go with my final decision, though. I've got to go with Grim Fandango. I did not see that coming at all. And another reason that it's for me the biggest surprise is because I'm so happy about it. Because it's a game that I hear so much about from a development studio that I really liked back then. It's just I never got around to Grim Fandango. So this is awesome for me. I get to have a remastered version of Grim Fandango that I can finally play. So that's for me the biggest surprise. How about you?
Yeah, Grim Fandango was a huge surprise. I don't know, because there's just so much going on right now.
Yeah.
With this year's.
Zelda Wii U going open world was pretty big.
That might be the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah.
Just because I never would have expected a Zelda open world game like that.
Yeah.
Because Zelda to me is an IP that I don't think Nintendo wants to change. They're so protective and isolated about their properties, and to make it change like that was gotta look like really awesome.
Yeah.
So the collective census from the chat though for biggest surprise has been Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
A lot of people are even changing their opinions. It's like, oh, I totally forgot about
Rainbow Six, but yeah, that was a big deal for sure.
That was a big thing. So that's what the chat's saying anyway.
How about you? We got another bunch of Twitch hearts. Why don't we read off the new ones for us?
I can do that in a day.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I butcher them. Booty Girl.
Thanks, Fireman.
Trex. Truth 00. Unicorn Protector. That's awesome. CT Smoky 6. Lance Karasik. Long Hauler 782. Snake Pete. Kev 923. Doug Roy. Vegman 65. DM Infected. Curtito. Did I already read these?
You might have gotten to some you've read now, though.
Let's just in case. XX Billy Kicks.
You've definitely read that. So
Okay.
these are our new Twitch hearts, guys. We want to thank you so much. Let's get while Mark is in the bathroom. Sorry, Mark.
Don't tell people
I know,
that.
I should have told them that. Let's also read off our PSN friend requests real quick because we got a ton of them and you guys are awesome tonight. While this PlayStation app loads up, you guys can start thinking about our next award topic, biggest disappointment. What was the biggest disappointment for you guys at this E3? So, friend request, do you want to read these off too? Or you want me
Yeah,
to read
but
them
I
off?
want to shout out to El Tyrant.
Hold on, we got a call. Let's take this. Hey, Charles Mormore, you're on the Level Up Show. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, man?
Doing really good. We're talking about biggest disappointment now. We're moving on to our next award, if you want to call it that, for E3. What was your biggest disappointment?
EA's press conference was terrible.
You think so?
I didn't. I mean, it had some cool stuff in it, but it's stuff that I pretty much already knew about, so I didn't really.
Did you
I
not
didn't
like
enjoy it
their-
as much as I enjoyed the other press conferences. I enjoyed the other one, but that one was last in my opinion. I like the Battlefront. I like the Mass Effect teaser.
Yeah.
But most of that stuff is all next year, and there wasn't a lot of gameplay in there. And I'm not too high on Battlefield.
Yeah, if that, because those games might not come out till 2016. All we saw were dev diaries. But did you not like them doing that? Showing them some dev diaries?
I didn't mind it, but it's compared to everybody else. We got to see a little bit more things that were coming out this year. Like I'm glad that they showed that, but it would have been good if they would have had at least a couple of things coming out this year, or just I don't know, some more gameplay. I kind of got a little tired. You know what? Let me scratch that. My biggest disappointment is the amount of FMV videos we had. A little bit too much.
CGI at Microsoft.
The CGI, yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft was a big offender on that one for sure.
Oh yeah, you know what? We're to the point now where there's such guys are used to seeing video. Like we know when we're looking at something that's in game or in engine or something like that. So there's no point of doing that. Not for us, for the people that are watching E3. If they want to make a commercial that has it in there, that's fine. But at E3, they should just at least show us some gameplay, even if it has some flaws in it. I'm willing to forgive that over just watching a cutscene, basically.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. Thanks for the vote, man.
All right, you guys, great show, man.
Thank you so much, Charles. See you later.
All right, bye.
So everyone, Mark left the bathroom door open and Bogey was eating the trash.
Mark! It happens. No one knows. Thank you,
I washed
Groovin,
my
for the friend
hands,
request.
though.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we got a biggest disappointment for E3. The EA conference in general was the big disappointment. How about Last Guardian? How about Final Fantasy 15 not being there?
Diego's CTB was saying The Last Guardian, Last Patriot, saying Batman being delayed.
That's a big one. That wasn't necessarily an E3 announcement, but that is a big disappointment.
CF Dog, our guy for the night, is saying 1886 gameplay was disappointing.
I can understand that. It didn't show as much as it should have. I partially agree with that. It wasn't my biggest disappointment, but I can see that. So I'm definitely not gonna go against that one. I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of Last Guardian. Are we seeing a lot of Last Guardian?
Yeah, we're getting some more Last Guardian. CT Smokey saying,
Feathery Tuba, thank you for joining our show. We really appreciate it. We're the Level Up Show.
Cheese Cop was saying lack of Mirror's Edge 2 footage.
Ooh,
That's really a big bummer.
Again, another kind of dev diary thing they had going.
Honestly, and I'm surprised I'm not hearing more about this. Battlefield Hardline. Storm Knight was saying Battlefield Hardline was
The beta
disappointment for him.
Mike doesn't like it that much either.
It's like, it's they're trying to do something to Battlefield that's changing the heart of what the core of what the game is. And the core of what that name is. I think if they had used the same engine and the same mechanics but put it underneath another title, maybe we wouldn't have this issue. But to call it a Battlefield game, some people are feeling really cheated.
Okay, so for me, I've got to go with Last Guardian now because I've been looking for that game for 5 years now.
At this point, I stopped expecting
the cancellation right before E3, then being debunked was hope. It gave us all a little bit of hope that it would be there, and then it wasn't. So it was this roller coaster ride that happened right before E3, and it didn't culminate in anything. So that was a huge disappointment for me.
Yeah, Super Nintendo is agreeing with you. Last Guardian.
Do you have one that you want to choose?
We got Evan and Hare had a really good one. Nintendo's saying they're not interested in Twitch.
Yeah, that is disappointing. I agree.
That's disappointing, but I think that's just them trying to cover their ass and that they can't.
Yeah, I agree.
Physically,
which is what they
cannot do
should have
that.
just said.
So
it's just not time for us. Is what they should have said.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lancer, for the friend
That
request.
was a really stupid comment.
That was a
on
very
his
stupid
part.
comment. So do we want to go with Last Guardian as our biggest disappointment of E3 2014?
Last Guardian seems to be disappointing everybody.
Okay. All right, guys. Moving on to our next, the best gameplay demo. This means it has to have an on-stage gameplay demo or a gameplay demo during like the Nintendo Treehouse, something like that. Examples: we had Sunset Overdrive, Batman Arkham Knight, Assassin's Creed Unity, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Rainbow Six Siege, Little Big Planet 3, and Mortal Kombat 10. Those were all demoed on stage or right after the show, gameplay-wise. So we really want to know from you guys, what did you think was the best gameplay demo of E3 2014? We'll take calls, guys. Call in. We'll take one call for this topic as well.
Yeah. I know Joey was asking about Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really slow in releasing things. I know Cyberpunk's a new IP for them. I wouldn't expect to hear anything from them until 2016 about the game or any like true updates. All they ever released so far was concept art.
We're seeing some No Man's Sky. We're seeing some Order 1886, Mortal Kombat 10, LBP3, Batman. It's kind of everywhere right now. Batman again, AC Unity again. All right, we're a little bit everywhere on this one. No real consensus.
Kev 923 is The Witcher 3 or Mortal Kombat.
This is why we want the voting thing for the Playroom update, so we can do this with you guys.
Well, how many can we add to the voting thing?
4, I think.
Yeah.
So we can only do 4 on each one.
I really liked what I saw of Witcher 3.
Yeah.
At the game.
Definitely.
I mean, you hunted down a monster. They showed the game. They showed what you're going to be dealing with. All
right. Bobby's calling back. Bobby, you are back.
You're killing it.
I'm back.
Bobby.
Yeah, I would say I'm up there too. For me, for like as gameplay, I don't know if you guys are still doing. I'm kind of behind on the stream, but
no, yeah, we're doing best gameplay demo. So yeah, go ahead, man.
Far Cry 4 was probably the main one that stood out for me.
Okay.
At a Sony event.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. Like with all the stuff that they showed for that, just the visuals and the length too. It wasn't like some quick little 10-second gameplay or something like that. That one was.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. It was a meaty presentation, something that Ubisoft didn't do at their conference. They saved it for Sony, which was pretty cool. And we even got to see that co-op in action.
Yeah, I can't wait. That gameplay alone got me hyped for that game. Because Far Cry 3 was pretty fun. So I mean, if they can give me more of that on PS4 and anything like that, I'm down. So that was probably the one for me.
Nice.
I'd be really curious to see what kind of DLC that they do for Far Cry 4. I know this is thinking really far ahead, but Blood Dragon for Far Cry 3 was just so absurd.
Yeah.
And out of left field, and that made it amazing. So I really want to know how they follow up to Blood Dragon.
Yeah, Blood Dragon was really fun. I forgot about that, but
definitely.
I know sky's the limit what they can do now with these new systems. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for that.
We're in an exciting generation for sure. Thanks for calling in again, Bob.
Yep, no problem.
See you later. All right.
Chris in DC is saying Witcher 3, Land 77, Little Big Planet 3, Bartolomeo 1886.
I'm really torn on this one.
Batmobile.
For me, it's between Sunset Overdrive and Arkham Knight.
The thing is, these companies know like how to do these presentations.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, well, they could have done this better than this. You get a lot of competition. It's really tough.
If I had to choose, Sunset Overdrive won my best new IP, but if I had to choose best gameplay demo, I think I have to go with Arkham Knight.
I'm right there with you. Arkham Knight has to be.
Yeah, that was huge.
They came out swinging with that.
Chris, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
3.
We're still on best gameplay demo. Do you want to give your vote on that one?
I'm gonna say Rainbow Six. That's just because I've been waiting for that game for so long.
Yeah.
And, like a tactical shooter like that. That's what I've been waiting for.
It was really nice to see it again after such a long hiatus. We had Patriots revealed so long ago, and then we had no idea what was going on with that. For it to become Siege and to be probably even more compelling than that first Patriots trailer is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then the co-op Assassin's Creed was amazing.
That is very true. I know Mike was really happy with that. Now, we kind of got you at the tail end of best gameplay, so how about we get your opinion on the next one as well? What do you think was the best trailer at E3?
Best trailer?
Not gameplay, just trailer, like Metal Gear Solid 5 or Uncharted 4. Scale
to be
back.
honest, Tomb Raider. Because the first one was so good, so if they live up to that one with the new one, that'd be
Rise
awesome.
of the Tomb Raider definitely was cool. It used the music from A Beautiful Mind and really showed that Lara has some trauma from her time in the first game. As she should, because when I played that, I was kind of a little bit frustrated with like how quickly she turned in that game from like helpless female to I'm gonna kill everybody. And so I really like that they're kind of explaining that in this game, that she really had an emotional breakdown where she had to become a different person in the first game. And it seems like they're going to go into that with this one a little bit.
I gotta say, I'm really glad I won't have to hear Lara crying anymore.
Yeah,
it got really old really fast.
It did a little
I'm sorry.
But it was a great game. I agree with Chris for
definitely.
sure.
I'm fighting through it right now.
Definitely. All right, man. Thanks so much for calling.
All right.
See you, Chris. We'll take another call from Ryan.
Eat it.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing, man?
Hello.
You are live on the Level Up Show, and we're finishing off best gameplay demo, but we're also talking about best trailer. Do you have opinions on those?
Yes. I liked E3. I guess I liked the game Uncharted 4.
Okay.
I mean, that's a game I'm really looking forward to.
For best trailer,
that's the game I'm looking forward to playing.
How about gameplay?
What?
How about gameplay-wise? What was the most impressive gameplay demo you saw?
Probably for NBA 2K15. NBA Live 15.
Okay. Don't remember seeing that one, to be honest with you. I didn't think NBA showed anything off.
But then again, we're not following sports.
Yeah, we're not big sports ones. But we're definitely going to take that into account, man. Thanks for voting.
Alright.
See you, man.
Take it easy.
Peace. Charles is calling back. We're getting a lot of calls now, guys. Charles, welcome back, man. We're moving on to best trailer.
Oh yeah, I had to call in for this one. That introduction for Far Cry was amazing. That guy is insane.
Yeah, played by Troy Baker, by the way.
Oh yeah, I was so shocked to hear that. That guy's awesome.
He is versatile, to say the least.
I mean, taking a selfie with blood all over your face, I was like, what is wrong with this guy? That sold me on the game right there.
Definitely. Awesome looking game. Also a great gameplay demo. So they're firing on all cylinders on that one.
All right, I don't want to take any more time. This is already my second phone call. Great show again, guys. Take care.
Thanks so much. See you later.
Well, just to finish up, best gameplay demo, everybody, honestly, the consensus very quickly became Batman Arkham Knight.
Batman Arkham Knight?
Like, they started high, they ended high.
Yep.
That was they blew it out of the...
We got to hurry up here, so we're going to just choose our best trailer. I have got to go with Uncharted 4. It blew me away that was real time.
That's Rick's favorite too.
Uncharted 4. It's got to be Uncharted 4 for best trailer.
That was honestly like the most impressive.
Matt's calling a lot, so let's move him on to best conference.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Matt, you there?
Hey, it's Matt. Eat Babies, good.
Nice. Eat Babies, good. Man, we're moving on to best conference now. We're getting into the big ones. What do you think was the best conference? You got Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, EA, and Ubisoft. What was the best conference?
Sony had me on the edge of my seat, man. When they announced GTA, that trailer was also awesome for the last question.
Okay.
That trailer was fantastic.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, Sony had a lot of really great reveals, a lot of exclusive reveals. I didn't expect some of those IPs to come out.
Yeah.
Specifically just for Sony. I thought they would have been at the developers or the publisher conferences instead.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Exactly. They could have showed it off at Ubisoft, but they saved it for Sony.
Yeah.
And Sony was really powerful. I will say that they had a slow moment. They had a 20-minute moment with Sean Layden that brought down the conference. If it weren't for that, they would have clearly won for me.
The Grim Fandango, I was so confused what was happening, and then I realized, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere. That just blew me away, and it was such a funny presentation of it, too.
Yeah,
Tim Schafer.
The whole little letter.
Yeah, just awesome presentation there on their part. So, yeah, I'm on the edge right now, but I'll definitely take that into consideration with Sony. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, man. Enjoy.
Someone just tried to spoil Game of Thrones, and I blocked them.
So the chat basically exploded when we brought that up, and I gotta agree with them. Nintendo's conference.
Nintendo. Here's the thing, though.
Nintendo blew it away.
Here's the thing, though. We're talking about best conference, and I'm with you on there. They have a conference. I consider them after the conference. They only had a 45-minute showing of games, which was fine, but what really sold Nintendo this year was the awesome Treehouse Live events that they had after their conference, showing off gameplay of all these different games like Splatoons and everything else, Kirby, Yoshi, all these different things. That's what made their E3 so great. So the conference itself isn't really what I'm going to put them out of the running for myself on this one. I thought they had a great E3, but their conference I wasn't like blown away by. Does that make sense?
I get your point. I don't agree with it, Rick.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, Nintendo's was really short. It was pretty condensed, but they threw everything out there. Yeah, you gotta give them credit for that.
Definitely, I give them credit for sure. Michael, welcome to the Level Up Show, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. I heard you guys talking about the conferences. If I could, I'd like to do the opposite and do the worst conference I thought was Microsoft, because they said nothing about the Kinect, which was mandatory when you had to purchase it at launch.
Now, are you a big Kinect supporter? Is that disappointing you that they removed it from the bundle?
Not really. I mean, there's only a couple dance games, like Dance Central and stuff like that. But what disappoints me the most is that why would they push it so hard to force people to buy it at launch, and then kind of, take a step back and remove it, drop the price to $3.99. It's just kind of scary because the Kinect was supposed to be this big, big thing. Yeah, they were pushing it so hard, but then they said nothing about it, or at least I didn't even notice anything about it whenever I was watching E3. So. Big disappointment, I thought.
Yeah, they changed their vision, they changed their message, and that's definitely a disappointment. So, thanks for calling, man. We got to wrap up a little bit. Sorry to cut you off.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks for calling.
We're going to show off the lines, guys, just because we're running so late tonight. How about, could you read off the new Twitch ads real quick? We have so many ones coming in. Let me refresh it for you. And while we get ready for our last award.
Basically, so the chat so far has been, hey, Nintendo was really great. They showed a lot of gameplay. Yeah, Microsoft really fucked up.
Okay, we're getting
some. It's right there.
Here are our Twitch hearts, our new ones.
Swag Master Nick, Kaikio 91, Gnome Smurf, I like that one. Icon 100, Trichology, Legendary Daniel, Psycho Chiquas, I don't know. Blue Man 16, Hairless Shippy. Oh, wait a second. Hairless Hippie 98.
Okay. This is it.
Kleptofag 99, Rodrigo Liver. No, Rodrigo Oliver. OJ the Juice Man.
OJ the Juice Man, that's a good one. I like that.
Haley Vid, Chris in DC. I'm Ducky Boy.
Oh my god, this is insane.
Bood Girl. And I think I read
That's where we got to. So those are all new Twitch hearts, probably a dozen there. Thank you so much, guys.
Wait, I have another one. Red Flag Kid.
Red Flag Kid, also thank you to you. Anyone who hasn't added us on Twitch, please do. We're on our last award, but twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Go on there and heart us so you can get email notifications whenever we go live. We'd love for you guys to be able to keep track of us because we'd love for you guys to come back. We really appreciate you guys tonight. You guys have been amazing. Also go to Twitter, Facebook, and Mike and I are on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is Noob Guru. Finally, youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Mark, if you would just put that in there real quick for me. So last award, we'll go to the chat room, but no calls on this one because we need to wrap up Game of Show. best game of show. This means doesn't have to have gameplay or anything like that. It could have been just a trailer, new IP, new reveal. What is the game of show for E3 2014? Put it in the chat room, guys. What's the game of show?
Man.
That's tough. We have stuff like Bloodborne, Sunset Overdrive, Big Planet 3,
That's
Uncharted
hard
4.
because you bring out everything. You got Arkham Knight, then
Yep.
Witcher 3, Rainbow Six Siege. Now The Division 2, Order 1886. Where can't you say it? Or basically everything from Nintendo is
Witcher 3, Zelda, No Man's Sky, Destiny, Uncharted 4, Star Wars, Metal Gear Solid 5, Bloodborne, No Man's Sky, MGS 5 is exploding with Zelda.
Holy crap! This is the
Final Fantasy Type 0, Zelda. Witcher 3, Zelda. Getting a lot of Zelda.
Witcher 3, it's Witcher 3 Zelda with Bloodborne thrown in between.
Yeah.
And some Star Wars for spice.
Star Wars too. I'm surprised how many people are saying Star Wars since that was just a dev diary.
I couldn't care less about Star Wars right
it's just
now.
too far away from
Show me Star Wars. Don't show me you having an epiphany about Star Wars.
Everything.
Star
Battlefront,
Wars.
Uncharted, War Thunder,
NHL
Star Wars.
15. Okay.
Star Wars. Oh my god, chat headache. Yeah, this is exploding. Zelda.
War
New Man's
Thunder.
Sky. Okay, Batman. I don't know. This is too tough to read. I feel like the consensus is between Zelda, Bloodborne, Uncharted, and Star Wars to be surprised.
We're getting a bunch of Mass Effect, Division. I think this just shows how diverse everything's become.
Yeah.
And how great, like, we have a bunch of quality stuff coming out.
Oh my god, so many Star Wars. That might be the winner from the viewers. It might be Star Wars.
I don't know. I mean, Star Wars is popping in, but
okay, is there something else?
I still see a lot of Bloodborne popping up.
A lot of Bloodborne.
Some Metal Gear Solid.
I'm seeing a lot of Zelda too, and Batman. All right, I think we just gotta say ours. You guys are clearly diversified on this one. Like you have a lot of favorites.
But because I'm kind of with the chat though. Nothing really grabbed me and made me say like, oh, there's this. There's games I've been following for a while, like Witcher 3, and like Project Beast, now Bloodborne, that become something more, and we get more information about what they want.
For Game of Show, I have to go with what excited me the most, though.
Yeah.
And even if that's far away, and for me, that's either Uncharted 4 or Zelda. Uncharted 4 and Zelda were the things that excited me the most this E3, with Uncharted 4 probably being number one. I'm a huge fan of Naughty Dog, huge fan of that series, and that trailer just, it's way above anything else shown as far as graphical fidelity goes. And you know what? And they are amazing storytellers. I don't have any fears when it comes to that. And it sounds like they're going to do some cool things with gameplay now. They know what they have to do. They can't just do set pieces. They need the story and the set pieces to be cohesive and do new things as well. And they said that, and I trust them. So I'm going to go with Uncharted 4 for me.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't have a Wii U, but Zelda and Witcher 3 just kind of sold it for me.
Yeah, I know you're really excited about Witcher.
And they showed like some really great gameplay out there, and I think the thing that captures me about Witcher the most is the expansiveness of the world, because while the previous games have had a whole lot of directionality and you could change the story and really like choose a path to go down, Witcher 3 is giving you that openness to do whatever, whenever, wherever, a little bit like Shakira.
Some more shout-outs.
Yeah, because we're wrapping up now, guys. Thanks so much. This was the E3 2014 Awards. You guys have been awesome. But we're going to read off our new Twitch hearts to show our appreciation. Go ahead, Kristen.
Hello, Racer. Mike is calling. Mike, I'm rejecting your call. Occupy00, Tim's Black Barber. Domo Dalzard. These are hard to say. Devil Never Cries. I love your stream, please don't cry.
Nice.
Gorilla Masks. Reality, I think I already took that one.
Right.
Reality Cells, Red Flag Kids, Swag Mr. Nick.
Thank you so much. Those are our Twitch ads. And then finally, our friend request before we wrap up. We have Aaron43, Ab Skater, Alpha Chronicle, Anarchy J, Arda Jenk, Alsanti, Assassin Zero, Ode Main, Basquiat 91, Blue Man, Budman, Clips OKC, Colpster, CTS Monkey, Defrost, Dodgy Dave, Eat Babies, Good, Fast Pac-Man, Goose Dog, Green Eyes the Bees, Groovin77, Hashem Sniper, Hybrid Soldier, J Wright, J Dog, J Ray Bay, Kazan, 0748, Kill You, King Smiley, Kiro, Lancer 205, Last Windbender, Lil Slim, Max H20, McDub, Noob-esque, Ol Patrice, Un Senor, Power Lunch, Ray Ray, Rumpelstomp, Ryu Chen, Sadish, Shaned Jedi, Snake Pete, Smarty Jim, Squash Baby, Steven, 099, Stinky 678, Terry Zone, Tiger Elm, Top Shooter, and Veg Man. A lot of ads tonight.
Yeah.
Guys, the biggest showing we've ever had. We can't show you enough appreciation. You guys are amazing. Best viewers ever. We're still getting Twitch ads from Age Light and others. Thank you, everybody. Please, we are the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated video stream on every Sunday at 10:15-ish Eastern Time. And we'll talk about all the biggest gaming news of the week. We'll talk about a topic of the week. This week was E3 2014 awards, but next week will be something different. So
check out the website for more information.
Yes.
I posted it in the chat. It's moving kind of quickly. So did Mike. We'll still spam this. Add us on Twitter and Facebook. Check us out on YouTube also, because we're going to be posting up some stuff onto there too. Ideally, some things that are not necessarily game related that we have to do for the show.
Yeah.
And we do read all of the messages. We'll read them after the show.
We're gonna add everyone that friended us during the show. We'll add you guys after the show, as well as responding to all of our messages, because we really appreciate it. We always end with a song here.
Yeah.
And we'll end off with, what is this? Just some celebration. Celebrating E3.
There's a lot to celebrate. It makes sense.
Great year, great E3, a lot to celebrate.
Good morning, good night from Bolton, Bangladesh, England. Good luck in World Cup.
Guys, everything's right here. Please add us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Add Mike and I on PSN. I'm DrewM788. Mike is News Guru. Go on our YouTube. Mark will post it in the chat room. And go on to levelupshow.com. Thank you, Chip8, for your friend request. You guys are amazing. Come back next week, Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's celebrate. Level Up Show. Level up! See you guys to last throughout the years.